Yeah, it's Wednesday night. We live.
We live.
Levels is good. The levels is good.
The levels is great.
Y'all want to dance, hardcore,
Baile.
We
Hey.
can do it all, man.
Oh, yeah.
You want to get rowdy with it? We can do that too, you heard?
Uh-huh.
Y'all know what it is and who it is.
Huh?
Y'all know what it is and who it is.
Huh?
Y'all know what it is and who it is, what we doing and where we at. It's Wednesday night, 15 rounds of boxing, brought to you by Four Corners Boxing. I'm your host, Fight Night X, alongside my co-host, my hitters, my killers. Fuck around and get your shit split if you think you gonna fuck with us.
Bars.
Uno, you know I get them bars from the best, pound for
Yes.
pound,
Yes.
ball for
Yes.
ball. Who wanna spar?
What it do?
The Maniac.
Oh, yeah.
Fight Night Maniac.
He's a maniac.
Pick your ass up and straight.
Maniac.
Chop on your
Mr. Man, oh man.
Mr.
Man,
Man, oh
Mr.
man.
Let's talk about it.
Mr. Bring the sazon.
Yeah.
Mr. Meat and Potatoes, pause.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people out there, man.
Oh, man, talk about
it. They
Let's
they
talk
looking.
about it.
Let's
They
really
looking.
Hold
talk
up, before
about
we
it,
get
man.
into it, ladies and where the bell? Ring the bell.
We gotta
Let's
get
talk
into it. We
about
got
it.
to.
Yeah.
We
Ring
have
the
no
bell.
choice, man.
Mister,
We
let's
have no
talk
choice.
about
We
it.
have no
Talk
choice,
your
man.
shit,
Yeah. No, listen, man.
Spread it all,
First of all, I'm
maniac.
gonna tell you guys this, man. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
But
Appreciate
I
it.
see that. I see there's a lot of slang jacking.
Oh,
And we
man.
know that when it comes to Four Corners Boxing, man, listen, ain't nobody do it better. We slanged up. We original. A lot of you guys are not. And y'all running with our joint, man.
Yeah,
y'all
little too
running
much.
like thieves in the night. I ain't feeling
much.
that. I'm not
Too
feeling that.
much. It's crazy.
At least give credit where credit is due.
Real.
I see y'all. Yeah, you act like you're not watching, you're not following, but y'all
Word.
watching hard.
Jacking our
Ghost
slang.
followers, they say, huh?
Yeah, ghost
Crazy,
followers.
son.
Yeah.
It's
Won't
crazy
say,
what
won't
they
give us a
doing.
like.
It's all right, though, but you know what? We the
crazy what
originators
they
when it
doing
comes to
out
it.
there.
And then we want to take something from somebody.
Yeah, they-
Bro, we gonna give credit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my man Uno say, I. Yo, y'all gotta do the same, player, but it's all
Exactly.
good. Cause you know Four Corners, we everywhere, man. They
Nah.
don't call us Four Corners for
It's
nothing.
not all good, man. It ain't all
Yeah,
good,
all
man.
right. Oh,
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? Like this shit is going too far now, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And shout to our fearless leader, Brother X, man. You know, cause Brother X, man,
Yeah.
you know, he's for the people. You know what I'm saying?
We do it for
You
the
know what I
people
mean?
like most
But
say.
listen, man, y'all getting out of hand with it, man.
it's
Y'all
bad.
jacking our slang and now y'all jacking our deliverance.
Yes.
Word,
yes.
the way my bros do milk cartons, man. Really, son?
Yeah.
Milk carton.
Really, man?
Naming they podcasts and pages after.
Yo, y'all
after
talking
our
about
slang.
let's talk about it. Y'all talking about this is what we do.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
No, y'all got it fucked up.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
Yo, listen,
Yes.
man, listen. Real shit. You gotta turn it down. Turn it down over
Oh,
there.
yeah. I'm
You gotta
sorry.
turn it down over there. Yeah. Sometimes we like to listen to ourselves, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
same way y'all like to listen to us. But on some G shit, man, it's cool, right? And they say, what they say, imitation is a form of flattery. No, it
Yes.
ain't, man.
Yeah.
No, it ain't, man.
Not
Especially
here.
if it's not no homage being paid to it, right? So it's cool, right? But here on out, because since y'all won't speak on it, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we're doing this anonymously right now.
Yeah.
Episode or two, they got 2 episodes, man. They got 2 episodes, man. Because episode or 2, we gonna have to start calling out directly, man.
Mhm.
We don't want to do that because it's love. It's love.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's love, but it's coming,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
coming. It has to be addressed because, you know,
We are the
in this-
champions,
Yo,
my
we in this
friend.
organically, you know.
Yes.
We don't have no script, no nothing. You know, we
Mm-mm.
just up here kicking it.
Word.
You know? And
Man.
at the end of the day, if y'all can't get your own lingo, that's on y'all.
Yo, just holler, man. We got a lot for sale, man. We could go.
Word.
You know how you got ghostwriters? We ghost.
Yo, we got word.
Slangers.
You know what? We about to open up shop, man. 4 corner quotes. We got 4
Yeah, there you
corner
go.
quotes
4
for
corner
y'all.
quotes, man.
You know what I'm saying? If you need a few bars or something like
Yeah,
that,
man, just holler.
You know. But
Y'all
anyway,
know what it is and who it is.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to everybody that do show us love, support.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
shout
shout out
outs,
to the
40
fans.
Central, the
Shout out
Rise
to the family,
Podcast,
man.
Boxing
Family.
Insider,
Yes.
Boxing with Chris, man.
Yes. Thomas from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Thomas, TD Sports,
TD
man.
Sports,
Like, yo, we got a lot of love and
all the
support from
homies.
Yeah,
from many,
everybody that tune in
know,
every Wednesday,
AG
man.
Corner, man. You know what I'm saying? We
Shout out
fucks
to
with
the
a lot of
homies.
people that give out a lot of love and respect, man. For y'all ghost followers that won't give us a follow or a like,
Yeah.
but y'all jacking the slang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We see you. We
Yeah.
see you, Judas.
And again, we don't call them KOs. We call them NyQuils.
Night
Come on, man.
heard?
Stop it.
We calling them out. It's
Yeah.
going down. You hear me?
2024.
First 90 days of the year is a wrap. You
Oh, yeah,
heard?
that's it.
Yeah.
We
We'll be
going
April
into
next
spring
week.
Dream is in the building.
flowers. Yeah.
Dream. All right. We see
The
you.
Dream, shout out to the Dream, man. He show us love all the time, man. He jump on
Round
the
Table,
podcast
what up,
with us,
though?
man. The Boxing Round Table. You could catch the Maniac over there with the Dominican Dream, chopping it up, bringing
Oh,
it to
yeah,
you
yeah,
live and raw over there too, cause y'all be going in, y'all.
Definitely.
The Dominican Dream be going in
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Keep
yeah.
it raw over there
Yeah,
too,
he could
man.
he could be a maniac himself. Yes. Yeah. Nah, I
Legion
got
of
it.
Doom.
Yeah. Gotta love my man, the Dream.
Them ninjas is road warriors.
Yeah.
Word up.
What's up,
Yeah.
though?
All right. So look, man. With that being said, you know the people want to talk boxing now. We said what we had to say. X. Let's get right into it, real quick.
Oh,
Last
baby.
week, Dalton Smith versus one of pound for pound top 10 gatekeeper boxer.
He just cracked the pound for pound top 10 gatekeepers list.
Chong Cepeda.
Don't jack it. You heard it here
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
The top 10 pound for pound gatekeepers
Gatekeeper.
list.
Yes,
We
yes.
got it for you here at 15 rounds of boxing, 4 corners boxing. You hear
Real,
me?
though.
And Chong Cepeda has just cracked the list.
Yeah,
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's in there. What? Real quick, because I want to get it out the way, because we know what we want to talk about. What was your thoughts on Dalton Smith's performance?
Okay, Dalton Smith, man. Second time that I see Dalton Smith.
Yeah.
All right?
Me
he has,
too.
WBC, one of the silver
Yeah.
continentals.
The Popeyes chicken number 2
Yes,
belt.
he got the Popeyes
Yeah.
chicken number 2 with a high C.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And no ice.
No ice. Yeah, because he left your man Cepeda on his knees, man. Like if he was panhandling at the door at Popeyes, you know what I'm saying? Can I get some change, yo? Like body shot. Body shot.
that
What was
was
that?
vicious.
4th round?
Fifth.
5th round?
Round.
Bolton-
Fourth.
4th or 5th round.
Fourth or
If it was 4 corners,
You
you
heard?
know what I'm saying? Dalton Smith is a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. He's an aggressive boy. You know how the UK boys are. You know what I'm saying? They come forward. They bring it. That's why the UK and the Mexicans have been a big rivalry that's been selling very well as of late. And Dalton Smith was no different. Chong Cepeda, a veteran, has best days looking like they were behind them.
No, they all behind him.
You know what I'm
they
saying?
way behind him.
We-
they like
we-
4 exits back.
We last seen him getting spanked up by Richardson Hitchens.
We were there.
Right? We were there in Florida. He was clearly dominated. He was left bloody in that fight as well. And this one was a body shot, bro. Like he folded. He folded over and then he went
Yo,
down.
it was like a
You know what I'm
delay
saying?
reaction.
Table was like a picnic table.
Yeah.
You know?
And the Mexicans are hard headed, but they soft to the body. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. I've that's you want to get the Mexicans up out of there. You got to go to the body. Don't shoot up top all day. If
No,
you
no,
ain't-
no.
If you pop like Paulie, especially. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
no
saying?
fact. If you got popped like Paulie, forget about
That's
it.
another one for y'all. You
Yes,
hear
yes,
me?
yes.
Don't jack the slang without giving some respect. You heard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
man.
common courtesy. Dalton Smith wraps him up though, easy, quick. Again, he got one of those continental WBCs, which is putting him up in the rankings.
Yeah.
140 pounds, stacked division, probably the hottest and most stacked division in boxing.
Yes.
Dalton Smith is a new player in there. And WBC, who's the WBC champ? None other than Matchrooms Boxing's very own
Devin Haney.
the Dream Haney. You know what I'm saying? So there's work. There's work at Matchroom Boxing for the WBC champ Haney if he's victorious against Ryan Garcia. And then there's work for Subriel Matias if he's victorious against a Brit of Liam Paro. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? So,
Paro.
no, excuse me.
Australian.
Paro's Australian, yes.
Aussie.
He's a
But
Aussie.
Dalton Smith, welcome to the game, brother. He's a big boy.
Yeah. Look, real quick. Good performance. He beat a gatekeeper. He's fooled at 140. But he'll be exciting. he'll come to fight, but he's definitely full. Somebody gonna wrap him up and yeah, put him on the grill. It's coming.
Bars
So
was good, bars.
we definitely
Buzz in the building.
yeah, I'm definitely
Buzz, get ready for Puerto Rico, baby.
I'm definitely done with Cepeda. I really don't want to see him anymore.
Yeah, wrap
You
him
know,
up.
he's a gatekeeper, bro. He's in the top 10, man. Shout to you, Cepeda.
Chung.
Yo, Uno, were you able to catch any of that?
I just saw the highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From
nah.
what you saw, man.
I mean, just to add on to what y'all said, it wasn't really nothing
Yeah.
Dalton Smith really proved, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even able to show any, display any necessary skills. Good body work, though. Definitely has
Yeah.
some good body work. Like X said, he is a big dude, pause.
Yeah. Kid
But
looks
he's there to
47.
be
He looks
hit.
like a
You know,
47.
he's there to be hit, it looks like, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's
It's
full.
not like, it's not like he's gonna come and take over the division or nothing like that.
No.
He can listen. He
The
might
the
might just have
WBC thinks-
auditions for
might
his
thinks-
gatekeeper position.
Yeah,
You know what I
no.
mean?
He'll be.
You know,
he,
yeah,
he-
you know
no,
what I
the
mean? He might-
140 would turn him to a
Yeah,
gatekeeper.
exactly. He might have just
He'll crack that
You know,
list.
he might just
fast.
be taking Zepeda's spot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
fast.
saying?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that might be where he's headed. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, damn,
a tough,
Dalton
you know,
Smith.
a tough
He
outing.
He
might
just
be a
got a
tough
new
outing.
contract at Match.
It's
It
cool.
don't matter.
That's what it's for, though. That's exactly what it's for.
Yeah, full.
It's to put him in against the fighters that they really want to be them guys.
he's full. They need
Yeah.
a feed.
Exactly.
They need a feed. They
To
fighters,
see-
somebody. He's
Yeah,
perfect. Yo,
exactly.
you fool.
Yeah, let's see.
We'll hype him.
Yep.
Remember, that's what boxing does to you. A lot of these promoters, it's an illusion, right? They make you feel
Mirage.
like this one fighter is this and he's that, and watch out for him. And it's like, cut it out, stop it, because we know what's gonna happen. So
Dalton.
again, promoters, I can't knock them. That's their job, to promote, right? Those are they fight. Oh, he's good. Eddie Hearn, forget it. He puts the battery in everybody's back, all his fighters. They all good. They all ready for this title. And he's going to be a good champion. I promise you. He's not going to want to fight him. Stop it, Eddie. Stop it. I respect you, though. I respect you, but stop it.
Eddie's
Dalton
one of the
Smith.
best. Eddie's one of the best
we're-
out there right
Yo,
now.
we're-
Dalton Smith, he a chop cheese.
We're not faulting Dalton.
Yeah.
You know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not your fault, man.
Yeah,
but
that's that, man.
yeah. On to the
X.
next.
Don't
Go.
count out Dalton Smith, guys. You heard?
Nah,
Round
Don't count
two.
him out.
Yeah.
Round
Love the
2.
Dalton.
It's fight week, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo.
It is
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
week. PBC on Prime. The debut is here. We got our
Yeah.
first card. A lot
Yeah.
of people are like, damn, we could have done better. Damn, we could have done more. Why is it this fight? Why is it that fight? We got 4 championship title fights this
Cuatro.
Saturday. PBC on
You heard my
Prime.
man,
4
Uno. Cuatro.
corners, you heard?
We
Aye.
multilinguals over
So
here.
you X.
I'm
to
hype.
Set it off.
I'm hype as
Main
much
event.
as the main event. You know what I'm saying? As much as it's been criticized, as much as the original fight fell apart, it was supposed to be, of course, Keith One-Time Thurman
Thurman.
making his return after 5 years in the can.
After
You know what I'm saying?
after his
This
milk
hot
carton.
bit up
man,
north.
this
You know
nigga
what I'm
Thurman.
saying?
He was
Yo,
he was
this guy, son.
he was in every
You
milk
should spend some
carton.
time with Thurman. Let's get a
One
little-
time,
Yo,
one
one
time
time,
for the
man.
one time.
Yo,
Yeah.
listen.
Thurman, I
there's
really
few
just
that
got
kick it like
shoulder
him.
surgery. You
There's
heard?
few that kick it like one time, man. But yo,
Yo,
this shit is
we're gonna do it like this for him one time. Hey, yo, Keith, check it out, man. I really just came out of shoulder surgery, bro. I
Yo.
wasn't buying into the fact that you was coming off a
RSK
2
in the
years
building. What up,
layoff
though?
to
Yeah.
fight Tim Zoo, Thunder Zoo. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't buying it, man. And sure enough, PBC's good for this. Week before the fight, they switch it up on you. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao, Spence, back, brought my tickets, booked my flights. The whole world is ready. Week of the fight is Pacquiao Ugas. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Modest and Tank Davis, StubHub sold out. Week of the fight, it's Tank versus Hugo Ruiz or whoever that guy was. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, the pastelito maker.
listen, PBC's good for it, but nevertheless, I feel that the main event is a worthy fight. Maybe Fundora, Sebastian Fundora steps in because he was already on the card. He was fighting for a WBC interim
He
title.
was on the opener.
Yeah, he's moved up to the main event. He is a legit 154-pounder. He is a legit banger. He suffered his first defeat last year by knockout to Brian Mendoza. Ugly knockout, but guess what? In a badass fight. Every time Fundora steps in the ring, it's kill or be killed.
That's for
if
sure.
you ain't gonna put his lights out, if you ain't gonna give him 2 or 3 knockdowns like Eric Lubinson was doing before his face ended up
imploded.
looking like fucking, like Mo like to say, Tommy the Hitman Hearns and Martin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then he wasn't gonna win that. You're not gonna win that fight. You know what I'm saying? And Thunder Zoo, Thunder Zoo, he's exactly what he is, man. Last year, 3 fights, 2 knockouts, beat the crap out of Brian Mendoza, who got that fight because he knocked out Fundora. You know what I'm saying? Thunder Zoo is the WBO junior middleweight champ that Charlo postponed and postponed and postponed, right? And for good reason, right? He ended up getting the Canelo sweepstakes, but he never got into that ring with Zoo. That fight was supposed to happen for like 3 years now, and we yet still to see it. Who knows if we ever see Charlo back? But Thunder Zoo is now the #1 guy at 154.
Correct.
You heard? Thunder Zoo got the WBO, and now the WBC is also on the line. So we got 2 titles on the line at 154 pounds. And guess who's waiting in the wing, y'all? Guess who's waiting for the winner, y'all?
His name.
Terrence Bud Crawford, y'all.
Yeah.
That's good news, Bud. You got to stay active. Listen, you did your thing last year. You hit the bank, but every fight for you, it really isn't a bank maker. You know what I'm saying?
Did you coin the Thunder? Is that his
Thunder,
official?
listen,
Is that his official shit, or did you?
Tim Thunder Zoo.
Yo,
you
listen,
heard?
we giving out
Zoo.
nicknames too, man. What the?
Triple T's, you
Listen,
heard?
man.
Triple T.
Listen, man.
T's.
Triple T's.
Triple
Oh,
T's.
shit.
Zoo.
Not Triple G,
Yo,
Triple T.
Triple T. Yo.
All right, that's crazy.
Killing them with that.
Nah, yeah, we gotta watch
Triple
it.
T.
So X, with that being said, thanks for the breakdown. Now let's break down the fight.
All
That's
right.
what the people want.
It's gonna-
Fundora versus Zoo.
It's gonna be a good
Who
fight.
you like? Who you picking? Who wins and how?
It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. Late replacement. I don't know if Tszyu is ready for. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you prepare for a 9-inch
Yeah, it's crazy.
like height advantage? Like, dog, it's
Yeah.
it's crazy, right? The guy. The thing with Fundora, as tall as he is, he doesn't fight tall.
No.
He likes to fight in the pocket,
Yes.
Mexican style. He's a brawler.
Yes.
And that feeds to Thunder
Tim
Zoo.
Zoo, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, can Fundora can crack. He can crack as well. You know what I'm saying? He can punch. He throws a lot of punches. He can take punches. I got Tim Zoo winning this fight by knockout.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sleeping whatsoever on an upset, being that this like Tim was preparing for Keith, right? Like, how do you prepare? Like, what in 1 week, 2 weeks, you fucking went and picked up some 6'7" ninjas to come spar real
Yeah,
quick,
like
or
a-
like, what do you do?
Yeah,
How do you
no.
do? How do you prepare for Sebastian Fundora? And you know what I'm saying? The advantage again is that he likes to fight in the pocket, and that sits well with Zoo, who likes to crack. He sits on his shots, heavy
Yeah,
feet.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
He's there to bang out. And we've seen the work that he did last year. He was on a rampage last year, chasing that Charlo fight. Tim Tszyu by a late knockout. I'm not sleeping on Sebastian Fundora, and neither should any of you.
Yeah, man. No, definitely. I like that. So you're right. Remember when we saw Ugas replace Spence, right? What Ugas end up doing in that fight?
He boxed around, man.
He won that,
Pacquiao's
right?
head. He
was preparing for one fighter. Another fighter comes. That shit threw him off. Now, in this case, like you said, this could be the same case, right? Even though, yes, Fundora stylistically is tailor-made for someone like Tim Tszyu. Oh, I don't need to go find you? You're going to be right here. No, this is the easiest hide-and-seek game ever. You're going to be right here so I can see you. You're going to be right in my wheelhouse, so you're going to be there to get hit. So we know what this is going to come down to. Who could take whose power? That's exactly what it's going to be. I do expect Tim Tszyu to move early on. I don't think he's just going to stand there and trade with him. He's going to have Fundora come, and I expect him to counter him a little bit. But I just think after a while, he's going to be like, man, enough is enough. We're going to get into a firefight. By the third round, I think is going to be, whoever go to sleep first, man. And I expect Tim Tszyu, he's a stronger fighter. He's just the better fighter. I think he's the fresher fighter. And also, one thing, too, Uno, what's going to be Fundora's mentality coming back from a knockout, right? Because now he might be a little more cautious, knowing that Tim Tszyu is a bigger puncher than Mendoza is. So do we still get the same aggressive Fundora? Does he kind of think twice about going in? Because once he has that, that doubt, then it's over. He has to be him.
He has that.
I don't-
He has that Mexico
I don't think.
heart in him.
I
Well-
think that quiet as kept. I think that
Well,
shit
Dream
might
is good.
feed into his advantage though, because like we all said, stylistically he feeds into Tim Tszyu style. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So maybe him being a little bit more cautious, using his height. What if he comes out and he's using that jab more? You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah,
and throws Tim Tszyu off of what he's expecting from him too. You know what I'm saying?
Good. Yeah,
Right?
wow. I
So-
mean, that'd be
So we
crazy,
always
man.
say-
That's
yeah.
the last
We
thing
always
everybody's
say-
thinking.
We
right?
Correct,
always say,
correct.
and we always say, a loss doesn't define you, right?
Correct.
So
Correct. It
Fundora,
doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? We know he's a warrior already. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
don't think his heart is questioned or he's going to be.
No,
you know
yeah,
what
I'm
saying?
not questioning his
I
heart
just
at
think
all.
that now he's on
Yeah.
some shit like, okay, I'm fighting bigger boys.
Mm-hmm.
I got to, you know what I'm saying? Now I got to be a bigger boy.
He's
Then
fighting.
got to
he's
use his
fighting
height a little
the
bit
top
more.
guy now.
Yeah. So now I think, you know what I'm saying? He knows he has to reach the height.
Yeah.
Maybe he uses that jab more, you know what I'm saying? And that works to his advantage.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as what you're saying, the same way it could be in reverse, where he just saw this dude pummel the guy that knocked him out,
Yeah.
and that could play on his mental, his mentality going to the fight. But I
Correct.
don't think so. I don't think that's gonna
Yeah.
affect
No,
his mental.
yeah. Okay.
I hope that he took that knockout to heart. You know what I'm saying? And he really thought, and he went
He
back in
better.
camp,
He better.
worked on that jab,
He better.
worked on that
He was
jab.
preparing for a championship fight already.
Yeah, he's a
You know what I'm
championship
saying?
caliber.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just the
he is.
fact of he knows he's not gonna be able to fight that Mexican style against the upper elite competition.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the top of the.
Yeah, this is top of the food
him
chain.
him and Lubin, Lubin.
Yeah.
Erickson
Lubin.
Lubin.
Erickson Lubin.
That was a fight of the year candidate.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
And Sledge and Hammer. Lubin
Yeah.
goes by Sledge and Hammer.
yeah, yeah.
But that's only because
They was
Fundora
trading
fights the way he
knockdowns.
fights. You know what I'm
Correct,
saying?
correct. Like
Yeah.
Paul Williams.
Yeah.
Just like Paul
That was
Williams.
working.
That
it
was
was working
exactly
up
like
until
the
Mendoza.
Punisher.
It worked until Mendoza.
And he was
Mendoza,
winning. Remember, he was
And he was
winning that
winning
Winning
fight.
the
Exactly.
Mendoza fight.
He was
Exactly.
winning that fight. To
So
that.
now
But-
I'm
He got
saying-
caught.
So before you go on,
Yeah.
I just want to pick my winner of this fight.
Yeah.
Before you pick yours, I'm going the same thing. I'm gonna go with Tim Tszyu. I'm gonna go with a late knockout, but I expect this to be a fight of the year candidate kind of fight.
Start off the year with a bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaning the same way. And I'm hoping though that Fundora comes in there and shows us another tool in the toolbox.
Different.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. That'd be good.
And to still see Tszyu, Tszyu overcome that,
Yeah.
going into that next fight, that potential next fight against Bud, it'd be huge.
Yes. Definitely.
It's
Let's
like
get the
bringing
dream
in-
in. We're gonna get the dream in. See what he got to say. Yo.
Yo,
Dream,
yo,
what
yo,
up?
what's going on? What's going on with it, dog? What's going on with
going
it, y'all?
on?
Shout out to
Playboy.
the Dominican Dream, the Boxing Round Table. Check them out on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube. Like, share, follow, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. The Dominican Dream is back on Four Corners again.
Yo.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. I see y'all was missing a fourth wheel. So let me hop in there real quick, man.
Yeah.
Y'all missing Mo. I guess he you got
Yeah.
to say
Heavyweight
Yeah.
champion of the
Birthday
world
week.
is
It's his
not with
birthday
us
weekend.
today.
Birthday week.
Yeah.
He on a
Okay.
flight,
Mo.
taking his birthday vacay. Enjoy that, Mo.
Nola.
Jenny, enjoy that, y'all.
Yeah, so Dream, I mean, I know you was listening. We was speaking on, the main fight of this week, which we know what it is, the Fundora Tszyu fight. We were giving our thoughts on that fight. You could give us your thoughts on that fight, and after that, you could get right into the Riley and Pitbull fight and give us your thoughts and how you see that fight going.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. You guys broke it down beautifully, man. I think you guys, have pretty good boxing minds, and it's only getting better, sharper because practice makes perfect, and y'all constantly putting in this work, and y'all just perfecting your your point of views and your analyses of fights.
Thank
So
you,
I would
brother.
I would say that that was it's almost like unanimous. I think across the table for all of us, man. It could work either way. Like you mentioned, Sean, that was a great maniac. That was a great comparison you made to when they recently switched up an opponent for Manny Pacquiao. He was training for Errol Spence, a southpaw, a guy that comes forward as a pressure fighter, uses a jab, and then they put in there someone who's an orthodox fighter, an Ugas, right? Who doesn't have the usual Cuban style, but still a different fighter and an orthodox fighter. And you know what, 2 weeks out, 2.5 weeks out, or something like that.
Yeah.
So not only did you change the opponent, but you also changed Manny Pacquiao's hunger. He wanted to face Errol because that's the guy. That's what motivated him as a 40-something-year-old fighter. I want to fight this young monster, and to change the opponent up, late replacement. I don't think it was. I think Ugas won. I don't think it was like devastating or nothing like that. It was one of those things where it looked like Manny wasn't up for it. It would have been a different fight had Errol been in there.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, Manny
Now,
was training for a war with Errol, and then he had the box.
Correct.
yeah, so that's a letdown. That's a letdown. You're gonna train for Ugas is like, okay, all right, whatever, I'll fight him. But it's not the same as fighting a young gun, undefeated. Another Keith Thurman. Remember how he did Keith Thurman? Y'all saw what happened.
Yeah.
Tough fight, but nevertheless, Pacquiao put the beatings on him. So I think that in this fight, Fundora, it could work either way, man. It could be where, okay, you know what? It's bad news for Tim Tszyu a little bit because they throwing a monkey wrench into the situation. But Fundora's coming off a bad knockout loss, right? So even though that may not do something to his ability to take a punch, it could do something to his psychology, right? So it could be bad news for Fundora as well, because now you're throwing him in with another lion, and not only another lion, a guy who's better than Mendoza, right? He might not have the one punch knockout like Mendoza, but we know he's better than Mendoza because I saw he just fought Mendoza and whooped his ass. So I don't know, man. I would say we got a favor because of the activity. And listen, activity in boxing is a big deal. It's a big deal. And this is one of the most active fighters, one of the hungriest fighters in boxing today, and one of the fighters that he don't care who it is, if put him in the ring. And if somebody pull out,
Right.
they put this one in. So I think that's gonna be one of the biggest advantages for Zoo. I'm not saying he's a much better fighter than Fundora. I think he's a better fighter. He's stronger because Fundora. There's a remark that I have about him. I said it on my show before. He needs a strength and conditioning coach, man. He's too lanky for that weight, right? He makes that weight because he's so tall. So remember, the taller you are, even if you're very, very skinny, your bones, you have mass that weighs. But his strength is not that of a man of 154 pounds. He has the strength of a welterweight, maybe, because his body's so is distributed throughout 6 feet 5. You know what I'm saying? It's not distributed like a short, compact dude. Like Tim Tszયુ's 5'9", so he's normally distributed as a man, and as far as muscle goes. So I think that
Chapo, legend,
I, I, I
RSK,
think
Pearl,
that
what up?
I think that that's gonna be a big factor, the strength. I'm gonna go with a fight being perhaps more difficult than it could have been if he had trained for him originally for Zoo. Um, but as far as I don't think the height is an advantage because Fundora doesn't use it.
Yeah.
Doesn't use
Correct.
it. Although in a recent interview with Fight Hub TV, he hinted at that now he's gonna be using his tools. He didn't exactly say it, but he hinted like, you know what? I'm gonna use this length. I'm gonna use this. You know, we've been there's a mistake that we have been making on mistakes, and we're gonna correct that. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it. I'm not gonna give it away, but you'll see. So if he chooses to use his length, it could be a little task for Zoo. But we know what happens when you get hit, y'all. As a fighter, you revert back to what you know.
I was just
So
about to say
Correct.
he might
you
come
know,
into
so
the
he's
fight with game plan A, and once the fight breaks out, they always revert back to going to war.
Yeah. And
yeah.
and
So
you know, you're and definitely that's a good point there, Dream. And this is where I know I'm just um moving away a little bit, but I was like Deontay Wilder when he fought Joseph Parker. Why are you fighting a style that you don't really fight, that is not you? It's not working. Yo, round 6, all right, we halfway. Be who you are. No, he fought the whole fight like that, and I didn't like that. So if Fedorov, if he tries the box, and if it's working, all right, let's stay like this. But I don't see him being comfortable just out there throwing that jab, using that as distance. He's like Paul Williams, bro. They just only fight one way, and that's how they like it.
But
eh, eh,
Paul and a boxing adapting a boxing style, like Paul Williams knew when to bang and he knew when to
yeah,
move.
Paul was a
Like
better fighter.
if
We know
you're a
he was a better
banger
fighter.
and you adapt the boxing, then you can adapt the boxing style, but you got to know also when to stay there and get yours. You know what I'm saying? Like that Wilder shit, that what the
Yeah,
fuck was that, bro?
So,
Stop
Dream,
bringing
you
that
was
back
gonna
up.
say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what y'all talking about with Deontay, I don't even think that it was so much him switching up a style. I think it was a little bit of that, but it seemed like like he couldn't pull the trigger anymore. Let's not forget, man. He got beat the fuck down by that
Fury.
those were severe career changing, career altering beatdowns by Tyson Fury. Back to back stoppages. You know, we know Deontay got hard. The dude was bleeding out his ear, man. He was bleeding out his ear. You know, once you
Got a
get it
dent in
beating
his
like that,
face.
yeah, that's we don't know where he at if he can pull the trigger anymore. We got to give him one more shot. Maybe he'll get the shot against a non-boxer traditionally, but a fight that makes sense money-wise, and that's Francis Ngannou. But
Yeah, and
yeah,
they
back to this
speaking
fight.
about that now.
Yeah,
Wilder
back
ain't
to,
got no.
Well, Nganou's good. He got they got to get Jalay.
yeah,
They got
I say,
Jalay. They
yeah, I
got
mean
Jalay
that's a
coming
good
up.
fight. I mean,
Yeah.
I think to me that both of them, none of them is boxers because Deontay never been a boxer, yo. He never been. But he started fighting at 20 something years old, man. He's just been a guy with a tremendous punch who was trained to box, but he started fighting at 20 something years old, bro. That ain't that's not he never developed any boxing skill, and we see that to
Correct.
this day. So
Yeah.
he's not
So
he
yeah. So who you picking in the Zoo Fundora fight, and how?
I
Who
think I
wins and
think
how?
I think y'all said it perfectly, man. Especially X2. You gotta favor Tim Zoo. Activity, higher quality fighter, better power. Um, but you cannot count out not only Fundora making him look a little bad and giving him a run for his money, but maybe winning the fight too. But I
Fudora's
wouldn't
gonna give
put
him a
money
run.
on Fundora. I would put my money on Zoo. So
Nah,
I'm gonna go with
nah.
Zoo. I'm gonna go with Zoo by decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right.
As
So
far as
now it's all right, unanimous across the board. We all picking Zoo. Now we get to the co-main event. I think this is the fight that
This is the fight
everybody
everybody's
is
intrigued.
looking forward to, because this could be a main event on their own card. We got my man Special Ed Riley, classroom with 3 people
Rolando.
against Pitbull, moving up to 140 to fight for a title. We know how Pitbull fights. He's one of the most humblest fighters. But he not only he fights like a pit bull, his physical look resembles a pit bull. So it's just crazy that someone looks like the nickname they gave him. Let's let's go down the line. X, we'll go down the line, and then we'll get to Dream again. He'll give us his thoughts. X, start
This
it
is
off.
our second championship fight. Again, 4 championship fights on Sunday. Can't knock it. You feel me? It's not the biggest pay-per-view, but you got 4 championship fights.
Good
This is the
card,
second
good card,
one.
very good card. On paper.
On paper.
How it goes on the ring, you can't control that. But on paper, we good.
The WBA Super Lightweight Championship is on the line. Rolly is considered the clown by many. Paper champion. He ain't about nothing. He's good at running his mouth. The old man Barroso kicked his ass. Blah, blah, blah. Both of these guys lost to Tank Davis.
Correct. But one was very competitive. But
it's about, Pitbull did a very good job, right? Too much credit by many who feel he won that fight. He didn't win that fight.
He didn't win that fight.
It didn't come close to winning the fight. What he did was he was smart. Pitbull is smart.
Yeah.
He blocked the uppercut from
A
Tank.
lot. He was,
You know what I'm saying? He made it. He pushed Tank. He had his licks, and he made it to the scorecards. Let's give Pitbull a
Yeah.
round of
Because
applause,
not too many
right?
fighters could say that.
You know what I'm saying? Rolando Rolly Romero definitely can't say that.
No,
he got
no.
knocked out in the 6th round.
Yeah.
But his fight with Tank was a slow fight too. It was a slow
very,
pace.
Very low output.
There wasn't nothing really going. And then
He
when
did
Rolly
good, though.
finally, who?
Rolly
Rolly?
did good, man. He did surprisingly
Yeah,
well.
he was. He
I wouldn't. I say
Did well.
there wasn't really
Did well.
much happening until Rolly decided to want to make something happen, and when he overcommitted, he was put out.
Yeah.
Pitbull Cruz got his licks in, but he never overcommitted to Gervonta Davis. He never gave Gervonta those openings. He never shouted out. They went toe to toe.
Well, he
can
got the
get
chin.
counted with that shit. He blocked it. He blocked the uppercut. He blocked Gervonta's uppercut so well, so many times.
He's smart.
And that was the most impressive thing to me
Yeah.
with Pitbull Cruz.
All right.
Pitbull, since then, he took off, like, in a sense, right?
Yeah, yes and no.
Yes and no.
He started,
been- yeah.
and then it kind of. I mean, me and Dream we've been going back and forth.
He knocked
on this
out. He knocked
on
out
Pitbull for a
Gamboa,
while.
another top 10 pound for
Yeah,
pound
he
gatekeeper
cooked
on our list.
Oh yeah,
he's
he.
like
He
top
beat the
5.
shit out of him.
No, yeah,
he's top 5. He
He's
really
Hall
is
of
on
Fame
our list. Top
gatekeeper.
5, yeah.
He going to the Hall of Fame for gatekeepers.
You heard? International Boxing Hall of Fame Gatekeeper Weekend.
Yo.
Yuriorkis Gamboa. Yo.
Talented
Yeah.
gatekeeper.
Well, he knocked out some other dude. I forgot Eduardo some shit.
Yeah,
And then he struggled in his last fight.
against the other Mexican dude.
Tall kid though.
Yeah.
Tall
The
kid.
boxer.
Boxed him well. The kid didn't have a lot of knockout power. He had popped like Paulie, but he held it down against Pitbull. And many people felt Pitbull lost that fight.
Correct. It was a split.
A split decision for Pitbull.
Correct.
And many people felt he lost that fight. Romero, again, he gets knocked out by fucking Tank.
Yeah.
And he shoots, his fucking market shoots
Yeah,
sky
yeah.
high. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What happened to Ryan?
yo.
Yeah.
Him and Ryan was
They-
supposed to fight.
They get now boxing is backwards. You get props for losing. You become a star for losing.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like, come on.
He gets drugged by old man Barroso,
Yo.
and again, this is why you can't
But
sleep
that
on
old
nobody.
man could pop, bro.
Yo,
He's
he
probably
got
one
popped.
of the biggest punchers at
Yeah.
140. I don't care what anybody tells me.
Rolly says that he hits harder than Tank. He said, "Yeah, I think I'm playing." But
Nah.
you see what Barroso did to O'Hara Davis in one round, right?
Yo, but who are we to say he's lying? Because he's been in there with both.
He's been in
right?
there with both, and now he about to be in there with Pitbull Cruz. And Pitbull Cruz can punch. And
Yeah.
Pitbull Cruz brings the pressure.
Yes.
And Rolly is a pressure fighter.
Yes.
This is a great
And he
fight.
can punch.
This is going to be an action-packed fight.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get fucked up. Somebody's going to get their shit split.
So who it is? Who's gonna get put to sleep? Who getting that night, Quill? Who wins? X.
when
we
the
gotta
fight
hear
was
it.
announced, I was picking Pitbull Cruz. I'm like, Pitbull's going to wash him.
Yeah.
But it's fight week. I've been watching Rolly.
Mm-hmm.
He looking focused.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he does his talking, but
Mhm.
that's Rolly. Rolly's gonna come out of this fight with a decision victory over Pitbull Cruz, remain champion, and keep his stock and keep himself a player at 140. They won't be calling him a clown champion after
Wow. Okay, so ging ging. All right, so X
this. Rolly
is
Romero,
going.
baby.
X is going
Hoorah!
with Riley a decision over Pitbull. So look, I'm not gonna even really sit on this one long. Definitely should be the fight of the night. Look,
Fight of the night. Fight of the night.
this is simple, man. These are two fighters that are not really technically sound, right? They both punchers.
Thank you.
They both fighters that they don't mind being in the brawl. I expect Pitbull. I mean, the question for me is,
Fight fans, tell us, talk to us on the
how
chat.
does Pitbull, get acclimated to the junior welterweight
He's
division?
moving up
right?
in the division.
So
He's
does
moving
that
up.
help for him? It probably does. And he's only gonna fight one way. I think the best way off the rip is to attack Riley. Don't let him think a little bit where he could counter you and he could just catch Pitbull with something. I think for me, again,
I don't think Riley's a good fighter when he's thinking.
Well,
they need him. He needs to just attack Riley, make him fight in a slugfest, and just end him. I think Pitbull is gonna stop Riley. If he doesn't stop him, I'm picking him by decision, and somebody for sure is getting dropped in this fight. And I can see Riley getting dropped not once but twice in this fight. Pitbull by late stoppage. That's it. No decision. Late stoppage. Yeah, I said it. Uno.
And new.
And you.
And new. I honestly think this could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a slugfest, but I
Mhm.
think because Pitbull's pressure
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna be on the inside a lot, that body work that he gets in, I don't know how Riley gonna deal with the body work. You know what I'm saying?
Body work is the key to success.
I think Riley actually fights better when he's pressuring. His counter punch is pretty good, but I feel like he fights better when he's pressuring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how Pitbull is gonna adjust to moving up, though. I don't know if the power is gonna be there as much. Like you said, Riley fought Tank, Riley fought Barbosa, two of the hardest hitters,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Probably the hardest
what is
hitters there,
how
right?
does Pitbull's power measure up to those two? You know what I'm saying? His shit comes more in barrages. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
He puts that pressure on you, hits you with 4 or 5 punch combinations. He wears you down, tires you out, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's gonna come down to see Riley's counter punching.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because
He's gonna have to catch
yeah,
Pitbull
because
jumping
we
in.
know he could come forward and all of that, but we know more so it's gonna be Pitbull on the pressure. You know what I'm saying? Bring the fight to him. How he's gonna fight off his back foot. You know what I'm saying? Moving
Yeah.
back. Is he gonna be patient enough to set up a shot?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if he falls into the brawl shit, he could get caught, like you said. But I don't think I think Riley's going in there to prove something, man. I think he's going in there to prove something. He has a lot to prove. Big chip on his shoulder. And I can honestly see him making Pitbull or knocking Pitbull down first.
Very
If
possible.
they both could go down.
Absolutely.
But I can see him knocking down Pitbull first.
You gonna trade some
And-
knockdowns? Put that on your
Yeah,
bets.
I
They're
don't
gonna
know,
trade
you know,
knockdowns.
I just feel like Riley is naturally that way, and him moving up to it, and Riley already fighting two of the hardest punches.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more prepared, I think, for the strength. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
Good point there.
Even though Cruz gave Tank a good fight, let's not forget Tank hurt his shoulder or some shit like that.
Hit the hand.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
was fighting, kind
Beat
of
him with one hand after 6 rounds.
So he did give him a good fight. He did pressure him, but he didn't try to finish his fool. You know what I'm saying? Because he saw that this dude was using one punch, and he was still timid to come in. So I don't know how Pitbull gonna take the punches, the power. I got Riley, man. I'm gonna go with Riley. I don't know about stoppage, but unanimous.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
think he's
So,
gonna knock Pitbull down round 5, 6.
so we got
Pitbull gonna touch
Uno
canvas, man.
X both going Riley decision. I'm going Pitbull stoppage dream. Talk to us. How you see this fight going? Who wins and how?
I mean, as soon as they made this fight, the logical thing to think as a fan of boxing and an analyst is that Pitbull Cruz is gonna tear his ass up, right? Pitbull Cruz through Riley Ramirez, but the problem with this fight, we could compare it to the Zoo Fundora fight, right? And even though Fundora is a different case than Riley, but I'm gonna say it again. This is a guy that takes boxing seriously in Isaac Pitbull Cruz. I know y'all a lot has been made about Ryan Garcia and he's smoking and drinking, and of course we the other thing, the mental issues that he has going on, which are obvious. Anybody can see that. But I think that Riley's another one. Riley, lately he been doing interviews. He said that supposedly when he fought Barroso, that he had ate an edible, right? And now he just did another interview.
But also knocked that shit
Yeah.
right out of him.
Garcia
man.
and Romero was
Yeah, because he was weird. He was weird in that fight. I know he's not the greatest fighter, Riley, but he definitely wasn't himself that night. And he said, "I don't know, I ate an edible or something." And recently he was interviewed this week, and he looked like he was cooked. So you want to fight a guy like Pitbull Cruz, man, who's a dedicated boxer, dedicated athlete, and a guy who he does have technique because he moves his head. You understand? He throws to the body. He has a strategy to what he does in the ring. As to where Riley doesn't, man. Riley comes from judo. He doesn't have a game plan in the ring. He's not a boxer. He doesn't have technique. He's a strong guy, but yeah, I see Pitbull winning because he's just a better fighter and a more dedicated fighter. You can't play boxing, so I'm gonna go with Pitbull. I think
Boxing,
Pitbull.
ladies and gentlemen.
I think that Pitbull should stop him or should beat him down. He just takes this much more seriously. I think that he is small because remember Tank is a short dude, and Pitbull's so short that he made Tank fall. When they fought, but he's another Tank himself because he's a pit bull.
Correct.
He looked like a pit bull. I mean, you might as well. His dad might as well walk around with a leash on him. I mean, this dude he looked like a pit bull, but he's wide, man.
Yeah.
But I do think he's a little small. But I think given the fighter that he's gonna fight, a guy who I don't know how serious he's taking boxing. I don't know what kind of shape he's in. I don't care how many years you've been an athlete. If you out there smoking and drinking and having sex with chicks all the time, and all you do is training camps, you only do the 10 weeks or whatever. You don't stay busy. Pitbull, where he sleeps, eats boxing. So you got to pick him, and I'll pick him to stop him. But I think that at that weight, he will be beat by other fighters. He's gonna be a little small for the other guys.
Correct. Yeah,
But
I mean, great. No, that was beautifully said, and it's true. I think stylistically, Riley's a good fight for him.
El Indio, Manny Fresh, what up?
Yeah, Manny Fresh. Anybody else, I think he's gonna be at a disadvantage when we talk about whether it be Haney, whether it be Tio, Pitbull and Matias would be a hell of a fight.
I think he's a little small. 140s.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
But they'll try to feed his ass to him.
But we know Riley's dangerous. Like Uno was saying, he got a dangerous punch. I could see him wobbling or surprising Pitbull, maybe even dropping him. But he don't got what it takes to put it together to stop him. Because we know a guy like Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Manny Pack. When you ready to go, they're gonna put you out. But other guys can't. Even Canelo's not a finisher. Canelo's a guy that if he knocks you out with one punch, good. But Canelo doesn't know how to work you and stop you. That's why most of his fights don't go to stoppage. Only if he happens to knock you out with one blow. But he can't work and break you down. And Roddy's not the kind of guy
for my gamblers, don't sleep on the draw on this fight as well. All right, this is PBC. This is Uncle Al. The draw is good all day at PBC. You heard?
I know you guys are gonna be active on FanDuel Saturday.
Listen, this is gonna be that type of fight, right? It's gonna be back and forth, and if it's that close fight, no, you that draw is always happening at PBC, and they run it right back, man.
Correct. And also on that call, right? I mean, we don't have to get in depth.
We got Lara. What it do, man?
We got Lara returning. He's fighting for a title, right?
Erislandy Lara is the WBA middleweight champion of the world. I don't know how. I don't know when.
Yo, he still has
I don't know how he got that belt.
He fights once every 2 years.
He had that belt in the tuck.
Yeah, that shit was in the suitcase.
And it's not like it's a
Bro,
WBA.
No, it's a good. It's official belt.
official.
So
Yeah,
how
this
he
ain't
just
the,
had that?
This
Where
ain't
did-
the Kennedy Fried Chicken
Nobody
belt.
was worried about this belt.
I don't know
No,
how he
nobody
got
was
that
But
trying
shit, bro.
160's in shambles.
Yeah. So
It's
that's
just,
what-
it's
Listen,
just.
They need to just
Jennebeck
get
has
rid
the
of the division,
IBF
man.
and the WBO.
That's one of the divisions they could get rid of.
Charlo is still holding the WBC hostage.
Yeah, we need to.
And
divisions.
I just found out with a lot of others that Lara is the WBA champ, my nigga.
How? Yeah, like you
had
said.
no idea.
So he's on that card. He's the
tired.
second. He's the second fight.
He's fighting Michael Zarafa
Yeah,
from
Zarafa.
Australia as well.
Yeah, he gonna fry.
And he's
But-
been waiting for the title shot for
Man-
like 2 years.
So Brian Mendoza,
As long-
come to find
Oh,
out.
that's the y'all could prepare the dip and the chips and all that. You know, use the
Go to the bathroom real quick.
Yo, go get the go downstairs. Go get the half ounce, bro.
Yo,
We
you
here.
coming on your roll out? Let's
The
go to the
bodega.
hallway.
Go get the ice in the
So-
bodega real quick.
Yeah, the opener is Brian Mendoza.
No,
he's
the
taking.
opener is Julio Cesar Martinez against Angelo Cordova.
So Mendoza.
has been pushed to the prelims
Oh.
with Kyron Davis
So
and
that's
Elijah Garcia.
that's who I want to get to. So the prelims, which
Hold on.
There's some tough fights in this.
The fourth championship fight is Julio Cesar
Cesar
Martinez
Martinez,
defending
oh.
his WBC flyweight championship against Angelo Cordova. Cordova's 18-0, one draw. He's the number one contender. He's coming off a good win.
Colombian. What is it?
Colombian or Venezuelan, some shit like that. But he's coming off a win over Angel Tito Acosta.
Oh,
And he's Julio Cesar Martinez is a bad motherfucker. Bad dude.
yeah.
He just hardly ever fights. He's always pulling out of fights.
Yeah.
You know, the last time I saw him, I
Yeah.
remember seeing him.
He ain't got no kids because he's good at
Chocolatito.
pulling that.
Chocolatito was cooking him in San Diego the last time I saw him.
Venezuelan.
Venezuelan.
Yeah. He
How
beat.
many knockouts?
That was a good fight. So
Yo,
he's
mate.
18-0 with 12 night quills.
He got pop. He got
Yeah.
more
Maniac.
pop than Paulie.
Definitely more pop
More
than Paul.
pop than Paul.
But the fight, the fighter.
about to be 41 years old.
Maniac,
that's on the,
Maniac,
that's
a
on
que-
the
a
American
question.
birth certificate, bro.
Huh?
I got a
He
question,
came from
Maniac.
Cuba already at
Hold on.
41.
Say
If
that
they-
again.
X and Maniac, I got a question, man. Y'all got boxing eyes, right? We know how
Yeah.
good a prospect. You talking about a blue chip? We know a diamond in the rough, rarity of a prospect in Elijah Garcia. Why is he not?
He's
why-
yo.
Why is he not? Why is he not on the main card? And you got Zarafa and Laura. Nobody. Why? He's a. I don't get it,
Because it's a
son.
championship fight.
You got
That's all.
Sephora.
The
Paul
belt,
was
the
good,
belt,
Paul.
the belt substituted and took
That's
place
all
in
good.
there.
Yeah,
bro.
no, you listen, Dream.
Elijah got slot time on the Canelo Charlo. He
The
opened up that
Muniz,
card.
Muniz, and that was the fight of the night.
That was
That was the
bad.
fight. Listen, man.
Cerebral.
Yo,
He got that cerebral in him.
yeah, you're right, man. You 100% correct. Why Elijah
Money Ray in the
Garcia is
building, four corners.
Those two prelim fights.
Yo,
is-
and X,
better
it don't
than the
matter.
other two.
It don't matter if he's a champ. If it's a championship fight, Elijah Garcia got something Laura don't. He's an action
Yeah.
fighter, and he's Mexican.
yeah.
Oh, that's a young one. Yawa. He said 10-10, boy, what up?
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
man.
That's sales.
I
That's
can't.
sales.
I can't disagree with you, man. First of all, I'm a fan of Elijah Garcia for the simple fact of his style, why he does, and also how he represents himself inside the ring and outside. He's a gentleman. He's a man of God, and he's a family man. And the dude's still a baby. He's like 21.
He's like 20,
And he
21.
Did.
22.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and he fights. He fights like a 10-year veteran.
yeah.
He's in
Yeah.
there. Man, listen.
16-0 with 13 knockouts.
Yeah.
13
Monster.
night quills.
From
Monster.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Monster.
Elijah Garcia is 20 years old.
20.
Oh, my
Southpaw.
goodness.
Look, I
Crazy.
gave him an extra year. He's 20.
And I've seen him. This is gonna be my third time watching
Yeah.
him. I've seen
Monster.
him
On
on
Showtime.
Showbox, right? He was coming up on the Next Generation before it ended. He
He
got some slot time on Showtime. He came up on a few undercards before
Yeah.
Showtime came to an end, and he was on the opener before that card.
Mondiz.
Yeah, he
Man.
fought some. That kid was undefeated as well. No, he had one loss.
He had like one loss. He
But that
stopped
kid-
Jared Hurd. He
Yeah.
was
It was a
tough.
tough fight too.
Yeah,
though.
and the kid had pop.
No,
like,
it was
It was
no.
a
He
good
had
fight. It
pop.
was a good
No,
fight.
but this is the thing. This is what I'm
Elijah was
saying.
No. Resendiz. Jose
Resendiz,
Armando
the
Resendiz.
Resendiz.
Yeah,
He was
Toro,
14
Toro.
and 1. Yeah, he was undefeated.
Yeah,
He's
he- yeah,
14
he's
and
a
1 now.
solid fighter.
He
It
was,
was an,
he was tough. He was tough though. That was a
Yeah,
tough
he
fight.
was.
yeah,
He
he's
was
good.
14
He real
and 1
good.
when he went into
That
the
was a
fight.
tough fight.
That's
Word.
his first knockout loss. And Resendiz he's 14. He has 14 wins with 10 knockouts. So it was a
That
puncher's fight.
That fight was.
He was a
Yeah, that fight
seasoned
was good
fighter
'cause
too.
Resendiz was
Elijah-
bringing it early.
And that's the thing though. What we say sometimes is like certain fighters when they get a chance to go in the toolbox. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of fighters that get put in
Uno
position.
love that toolbox.
Yeah, you right,
gotta love the
baby. You got
toolbox,
the
man, because at the end of the
toolbox.
day, that's the elite fighters. You know, the
Yeah,
elite
yeah.
fighters either they add the toolbox or they display other tools that they haven't been able to.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
And he like I'm saying.
Elijah, that fight
He
I mean,
definitely
showed a little bit more. a little
Correct.
extra.
Correct. Uno, 100%. And you know, Elijah just doesn't have that hammer, right? You can't build a
Let's go,
table
Raleigh,
with
Money
just
Ray.
a hammer, right? You're gonna need a drill gun.
Nails.
You're gonna need the measuring tape. You're gonna need the nails.
And he's very patient.
But he got that. He got
no,
that.
that-
He got all that.
Resendiz was
Yeah.
He got
he
all
was
that.
aggressive.
Yeah.
He was
There was times
letting
he
combos
wanted. You could
off.
tell. There was times he wanted to
Yeah,
let
Yeah,
it
but
go,
this is what I'm saying.
And then he
has
caught him.
he has the
Boom.
poise of a 10-year veteran, someone
Yeah.
who's been there, done that. For someone of 20 years old to display that kind of maturity in the ring, someone to display that kind of skill. Ah, man, it's just it's great to see, man. I expect this kid not only to be world champion, that's a guarantee, but expect this guy to be top pound for pound fighter down the line as long as
I
Al
agree.
Heyman moves him the right way.
Well, let's talk about his opponent real quick. Kyron Davis shut him down. He's been in the ring with his share of
Benavidez.
and Benavidez being the most elite,
Yeah.
and he was
He
stopped
going
on
to
his
sleep.
feet.
And he was a late
going to sleep.
He was a
replacement for that
late
That was a
fight.
good fight,
replacement.
too.
He was taking a beating.
He was taking
He
it
going
out
night-night.
like a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
but he didn't
Night-night.
fold. He didn't fold.
Yeah, that's-
Night,
They
night.
had to pull the plug on that fight.
Yeah, he going
'Cause of the
night-night.
beating he was taking, but he wouldn't back down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
can
he
Elijah
not- yeah, Elijah
fold
gonna-
him
I
when
think so.
Benavidez couldn't?
He gonna close the casket on him.
Ooh.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think this funeral you won't be able to see him. I mean, Elijah, again, yeah, they go close. Listen, he's Kyron Davis. Don't get me
hangout
wrong.
Spot, what it do, my hitters?
He's a tough dude. He's gonna come in there and he's not gonna come with that opponent mentality. He's gonna go in there and say, "Look, this is an opportunity for me to go against a young gun." But Elijah Garcia got that Bruce Leroy glow right now, right? When he got that glow, nobody could beat him, right? You got Benavidez. Benavidez got that glow right now. I think Crawford got that glow right now.
Monster
It depends
Inoue got
where.
that shit.
Or Inoue
Sure.
got that glow. So there's just certain fighters that
levels of
got
fame.
that glow. And
Canelo got that glow. Nobody beats this Canelo. This Canelo? Nobody beats this
man,
Canelo.
Canelo, his light's about to come out. He running for his life. He like, Benavidez, yo no quiero eso.
Order in the court. Order in the court.
All right, so look, man, with that being said, right? So we pretty much went through that card.
That's the PBC card this Saturday, people.
Correct. But
Prime.
there's
PBC on Prime pay-per-view.
there's another card on Friday. Wow, man, what a week. We have Arizona X. Introducer
Phoenix,
X.
Arizona. Or is it? No, this is in Glendale, I think.
But it's in Arizona nonetheless.
Arizona nonetheless has become a hot spot for bed. The
Yes.
Desert Diamond Arena has
Yes.
become the new StubHub. They putting all the hot fights over there.
Yo, we
though.
got to make it out there.
Yo, listen, we coming through.
We gotta
coming
make
through.
it
We
out.
coming
Jim,
through
brother
soon.
Jim is out there. Spin Jim. What's
Spin Jim, what it do? Yo, the main event is headlined by Arizona's own, the return of Oscar Valdez.
Valdez.
He's one of the reasons Arizona has become so hot, along with the Benavidez family and all other good fights. Shout out to Top Rank and Matchroom because they doing a lot of fights out there. Like they doing the most. Liam Wilson, Oscar Valdez with the co-main event, Sanisa Estrada against Yokasta Valle,
Yo,
undisputed.
shout out to the woman, man. Again, we got to
Undisputed.
listen, man. Listen, guys, say what you want. Same way I tell you, if you don't watch the lower weight classes, you're not a real boxing fan. I don't care what you say. Same thing
You ain't
with the
watching
woman.
the ladies.
If you ain't
Not
watching
a
these
real
ladies
boxing
now, man,
fan.
because ladies more than ever, man, and the last 3 to 4 years have been putting on nothing but shows in boxing. And on top of that, putting titles on the line. Not only titles, undisputed
They got
They all
titles on
fight
the
each
line.
other.
than the males.
They all fight
Yo,
each other.
it's just been
Unified
amazing.
and undisputed.
And
Real
these
talk.
fights are living to the hype, bro.
All of
Now
It's not
they
like,
all
oh, come on, what
Ladies
they
don't
doing?
play.
All of them.
Yo,
They
it's
don't
just
play
been
with their
amazing.
food.
All of them, though.
It's
they
been
all
amazing.
fight each other.
Dream.
They all fight
Listen,
each other.
we're going to start with you. Take us to the Valdez Liam Wilson fight.
Which is now a WBO interim super featherweight title fight.
Yeah, and then Yokasta Valle and Sanita Estrada, undisputed minimum weight. Talk to us.
As far as Oscar Valdez versus Liam Wilson, I think I got to see where Valdez is in his career. He claims to be hungry. He claims to be hungry for a title again, but I think he has a tough opponent in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he has an opponent that could definitely upset him. I do favor Oscar Valdez to pull out a thin decision. It could end before the limit of 12, but I'm gonna go with the veteran who claims to be hungry, but I do not rule out a victory by Wilson. I just think that Wilson, I don't know if he has that extra gear. I don't, If he had that extra gear, I would definitely pick him because he's bigger, he's longer, he's stronger, and we saw what he did to Navarrete. Not too many people do that to Navarrete, bro. And he hurt him. He hurt him
At
bad.
all.
Yeah, he had him hurt.
Hurt
Not
him.
only he dropped him, he had him
though.
hurt.
Navarrete spit his
Yeah.
mouthpiece out to buy some time.
Yeah.
And he had him hurt several times. But I just think that Valdez is a different fighter. Styles make fights, and I would look for Valdez to struggle a bit, but pull it out. Maybe he might even get favored by the judges, being that he's Mexican. He's the guy with the name,
He's home.
etc. So
It's
I
his
would say,
show.
yeah, I say he should win. As far as the women's fight, I know Estrada's she has a lot of skill. She has impressive skill. But the other girl, I don't know too much about. I've heard her name. I think I've seen her fight, so I can't really predict that fight. But I do know that what Estrada brings, and she's one of those fighters in boxing that's really on her A game. When you talk about the Subriel, when you talk about the people want to say Devin Haney now. When you talk about Terence Crawford, I think she's up there as far as, even though she doesn't have maybe the experience they do, but the way she's performing, and the way she's winning, she has that glow to her. So I would look for her to continue to do her thing.
Yeah. Oh, good. X, talk to us.
Oh, man.
Starting with Valdez.
Valdez and Wilson both lost to Navarrete last year.
Correct.
Wilson was a late replacement, let's not forget.
Yeah, there you go. You see?
No?
That late
And-
replacement.
Late replacement who knocked Navarrete down, had him hurt,
Yeah, hurt.
but ended up getting stopped.
Correct.
Valdez
Yeah, that's Area 51, man.
made it
Yeah.
to the scorecards, but was clearly dominated.
He got, he got fried rice.
He got an eye the size of fucking the
Yeah,
state
yeah.
of Arizona. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, though.
That was a beating.
That's a ball.
You know
That
what
was
I'm
a
saying?
beating.
So it's like it's hard.
I
to
tuned
judge
in
this
late.
one.
I tuned in late to that fight. I thought he
Veteran.
got jumped.
No duck zone was good.
And no duck zone in the building. What it do, Clarence? And it's hard to judge both of them off of their Navarrete fight going into fights against each other because Valdez is a 2-division champion. He's looking to become a 2-time super featherweight champion. He went up against Shakur Stevenson and put up the best fight against Shakur Stevenson that any opponent against. He's landed the most punches against Shakur that any opponent against Shakur landed. He's not afraid to get it on with anybody. Miguel Burchell was supposed to destroy him. He was like a
Knockout. Was that
fucking
knockout of the year?
Bro,
Yeah,
I came up about $300-400 on that bet, man.
He had that,
knockout
but
was
that's
that was
when
the knockout of the
that's
year.
when he
He
was
got
on the
popped
funny
on that
steak.
shit.
Then that
Yep.
popped up.
He was
Yup.
on the funny
He got-
steak.
got-
Yup.
The steak that
Yup.
walk.
Then
Yup.
that popped up. You
Yup.
heard?
The funny steak. That
Yup.
steak that be walking. All right, so they say.
He struggled against Rob Conceição in that fight where he tested
Positive.
Excuse me. But nevertheless, he never ran, never will.
Yeah.
Oscar Valdez is home. It's his show. The favorite is in his hand. Wilson is younger, stronger, I believe, with a full camp. It's a shootout.
Yeah.
It's a shootout. I'm going with Oscar Valdez. That's my guy. I'm going with Oscar Valdez.
I'm rooting for Wilson.
I can't say cards. I can't say knockout because Valdez is the type that can pull. Like, he got grit, man. We've seen him fight with a broken jaw.
No. He's tough. We
We've
can't
seen him
question
lose
that.
and come back.
I'm rooting for
we've
Wilson.
seen
I
him hit the
hope the
floor.
white boy wins, man.
it?
Yeah,
The
because
dream
I
is
don't like
yo,
that.
He
I
want,
don't like that.
He want the Australian.
Yeah,
The
man, I don't like that.
Australian, the Liam Wilson.
Oscar
I don't like
Valdez
them.
is
I don't
kill or
like the
be
funny
killed.
taco eating niggas, man. Them funny taco eating niggas like Canelo and Valdez. They eat them funny tacos. They both test hot.
Nevertheless, he's kill or be killed.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got to take it from Oscar Valdez.
Correct.
Because
Yeah, but I'm talking about both him and Canelo popping dirty. Both him and Canelo.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
same
Nah,
team.
they was
They're from the
yeah,
same
man, They
team.
was in the Blue Oyster. What's the name of that? They was in that funny spot, drinking them funny things, man.
They be eating a lot of Truth Barbecue, you heard?
Yeah, look, the bottom line is this, man. It sucks that, fighters, take these enhancements to, give them an advantage, which is
Allegedly.
but he got popped.
Whoa,
But the
whoa,
point is-
wait. The test wasn't alleged. He got popped.
Oh, he got popped.
No, what he said. He said it wasn't meat. It was
Yeah,
He
all
didn't
right,
say
yeah.
meat.
No,
Yeah, if
Valdez wasn't the meat. It was a cup
Yeah,
of tea.
like
It was a cup of
Paulie
tea he
says
drank.
like Paulie says on Pro Box, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
yeah. And this, look, we know Valdez, man. Regardless, him being on that shit or not, he is a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
He comes to fight.
Former Olympian.
You know you're gonna get a good scrap with him, right? And those styles, Liam Wilson, they styles match very well together. So both of them, that is gonna be a banger. And Oscar Valdez, man, he's in
Balco
front of his
tacos.
hometown.
El Indio says Balco tacos.
Balco tacos. So he's gonna go in there and he's gonna want to put on for his city. Because that's the way Valdez fights. Liam Wilson.
You're always entertained.
Correct. Liam Wilson, on the other hand, he knows, listen, man, if I could drop a Navarrete who's bigger than you, tougher than you, better than you, I could take you out. So he's going in there not thinking if he could win the fight. He's going in there knowing that he's gonna win the fight. So that mentality there, he's gonna need that because he's fighting on enemy territory. You can't go in there, jab, run, and you're not gonna get that victory. We saw that.
That
needs
fight
to
was
go-
in that same arena too. They were Navarrete and
and
Wilson
Wilson.
was in Arizona. Navarrete Valdez was in Arizona, and now
Wilson and
Arizona.
Valdez.
So shit,
I'm gonna,
Arizona's-
damn man, this is a tough fight to pick, man.
And Wilson's coming off he's picked up 2 victories.
Yeah,
since
he
his
won
loss.
since. Yeah, and
Picked
I
up 2
believe
victories
stoppages.
down in Australia.
He beat an Argentinian guy. I remember I was watching that fight.
Oval T. See, the Clarence said Oval T. That's what got.
Yeah, Oval T. Look at that, man. They
Shout out
drink-
to everybody watching. Smash that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
button, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 4 Corners boxing fans of all ages. Check out the snapbacks up in the front. We got some fillets. We got some merch. The Cash
Corners
App is
merch.
there. If you like to donate something because you like what we doing and we love the way we bring it to you live and direct every Wednesday night, don't hesitate to hit us up.
Yes, definitely, man. But I'm gonna go with the upset here.
Woo!
Yeah.
Liam, that's 2 for Liam.
I'm going Liam. I don't care. I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough for him because I think the only way he really wins is either stoppage or get a couple of knockdowns, right? And with that, he still might get a draw. But I think he's going to get the upset. I think he's just a fresher fighter right now. Valdez has been in wars, but he does have that dog in him. But I do expect Liam Wilson to go in there and do work, man. And I expect him to pull off the upset. Yeah, I said it and I say it again.
Justice
I'm
in
going
there,
Liam
smash the
Smith
like button.
For
with the
Sean,
upset.
Maniac is Liam Wilson still training with Barry Hunter? Because if he is, then I like his chances.
Yeah, that's the Hunter was his trainer for that.
Yeah,
I
for
think
the
he's still in
Navarrete.
there. Yeah, I think that's where he came from. That camp.
Yeah. I believe. I don't think nothing has changed at the moment. But
Wilson is gonna be a problem for sure.
I,
The
we,
hangout
we
spot
we got
says,
I got
Uno.
I got 2 questions for y'all, man.
yeah,
And one is real serious, and to me it's even concerning, man. Being that, and this is about PBC. PBC we know has perhaps the largest stable, if not the largest stable, as far as having the most stars and the most
correct.
the highest caliber fighters, the collection of highest caliber fighters. Yo, it's already month 4, basically, and they
Yeah.
just about to put on the first card. Like, what's gonna happen to all the other fighters, man? Like, what's going on, man? Like, we don't even have a for sure date for the Tank versus Frank Martin. Like, yo, they playing with people's careers over there. We talking about Boots. You know, we talking about Elijah Garcia, even though he's about to fight now.
Let's hope Elijah Garcia don't sit up on the shelf as bright as the star that we just
Yeah,
mentioned.
he
But
can't
he will
be a
if
Goya can.
But hold on one second. Dream Uno, Wilson or Valdez?
I don't like homecomings, man. Yeah, I don't like homecomings. It's, something about homecomings, the fighters, have that extra pressure to put on the show for the fans, for the family, and all of that. And also what Maniac said, I mean, we talking about Valdez, man, he's been through some serious wars. Serious wars. And we also know that even when he's in a war, he's not going to back down from it. He's going to be there to get hit. I don't know how his speed is and his reflexes are.
He hasn't fought since his loss.
Yeah, I know. And that ring rust, that always plays a factor. You know what I'm saying? And, did he see that fight against Navarrete with Wilson? Does he think he has something that he could, that could get with Wilson? Or did that fight, feed into his mentality too going into this fight? I think Valdez got a lot of pressure on him because he's the name in the fight. With the homecoming and all that, the age. I think it's gonna take a lot for him to pull this one out. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna take a lot for him. I could see Liam pushing him to the limit. Probably an early knockdown from Liam too. I think Liam's gonna go in there because of the fight.
Is known to hit the floor.
Yeah, because like Maniac said, he's looking at Oscar like, yo, if I did this to him, so which he shouldn't. We don't base every fight off of who they fought before, et cetera, et cetera. But Navarrete is a different. He's one of those fighters that
Area 51.
he's Area 51.
Yeah, Area 51.
So you can somewhat
Don't jack
gauge
that one too, y'all.
You can especially gauge the strength, if nothing else.
Yeah.
You can gauge the strength of Wilson from that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And he wobbled Navarrete a few times.
Yeah. And that shit wasn't no flash knockdown.
Exactly.
He heard him.
He sent that ninja.
So
he heard this.
I think Liam goes in there early with the early pressure, seeing if Valdez could take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he could take the pressure, if he could take the power. I see Valdez just going back to what he usually does. He just want to be in that brawl, and I don't think that ends well for him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to get up. He probably finish the fight, but I see him hitting canvas maybe once or twice. Liam might pull off the upset.
We got 3 going for Wilson, man. I'm dolo with Valdez.
No, I pick Valdez.
Okay.
He got Valdez.
He want to see Wilson win though.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it'll be good. It'll be a good story. I mean, again, nothing against Valdez as a fighter, man. He's with the exception of him getting popped, I mean, he still carries himself respectfully. He don't disrespect fighters. He's not out here in the internet fighting dudes like these other fighters are doing. Now we gotta start giving out.
Dude, bro.
We gotta start giving out belts on the internet. Who the WBC internet champion?
Valdez is a dude that he stands like this. Like I met him a few times down there in Vegas, and he's a chest out dude. You know what I'm saying? Stand up dude, firm handshake, cool dude, but his chest is out. And that's exactly the style that he brings. You know what I'm saying? His chest is out. Even if he comes into the fight with the game plan of, let me try this real quick, when the war breaks out, he resorts back to it.
Yeah. So
on the co-main event, it's an undisputed fight between the ladies. This has been brewing for a while.
yeah,
Sinisa
yeah,
used to be on
it's
Golden
bad
Boy.
blood.
This fight was supposed to happen at Golden Boy Boxing a few years ago. Sinisa ended up going to Top Rank. She got out that contract. She was out the ring for a while. Yoka has been active.
Yes.
Right? Sinisa, the Dream says she's smart. She has good ring IQ. She has grit. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? She's fast. She likes to
box.
fight. She could box, but she's only had about 2 fights in the last 24 months when Yoka has fought about 6 times already. You know what I'm saying? They both have 2 titles.
Yeah.
They both
Have 9 knockouts.
have 9 knockouts.
Yokasta
Yoka
has 2
more
losses.
fights.
Yeah, she's like 30. I think Yoka's 30-2-9. I think Estrada's 24-0 with 9. Something
and
like that.
The 2 girls that Yoka lost to, Estrada beat, and she knocked one of them out. So we in for a fight. You know, again, she got bad blood with Golden Boy. She said, I'm gonna be Yoka, Golden Boy, and Yoka's trainer, who used to be Estrada's friend. I don't know what happened there. There was a fallout when she decided to start training Yoka. Estrada wasn't feeling
Shit
it.
is a Spanish novela,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying?
Of a hip-hop.
¿Cómo va a ser que tú la vas a entrenar?
Oh my goodness.
Tudum. Este fin de semana, don't miss it. ESPN, Top Rank
man.
Boxing, la pelea entre Yoka Valles and Sinisa Superbad Estrada. That might be the one that steals the fight, the night for
Females
real.
usually do.
You know?
You know, so with that, right, Dream, you
I'm
mentioned
going with Yoka too.
You mentioned
Going with Yoka.
I'm going Estrada decision.
Estrada's
Close.
been getting tagged lately.
Yeah, she's gonna.
She's
I got
winning her fights,
a close decision.
but she's getting snuffed
I
up too,
like
man.
her. I like her to pull it off. I think she's gonna show out Friday, but we'll see.
And Estrada's been the one running the mouth too.
You vary a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Yoka
this is
just
why
keeps
she needs
smiling.
to.
That
No,
beautiful
she's
smile.
quiet. Yeah.
That beautiful smile,
yeah,
Yoka. Yo, she's fly. They both
I
beautiful
gotta
women.
make sure my wife ain't watching, but yeah.
Listen, they both beautiful
Nah, just
women.
kidding.
But Yoka,
Yeah.
she's
Nah,
Costa Rica,
no,
pura
she's
vida.
beautiful. She's beautiful. They both beautiful women, man. But yeah, okay, Yokasta, yeah. You know, I mean, it is what it is. You mentioned a fighter, Dream. His name Boots Ennis. Allegedly, there's a fight.
Ooh,
He's
he has a
supposed to
fight.
be Cody Crowley.
Cody Crowley.
Cody Crowley and Boots. They're
Come on.
talking about it's in the works and possibly to see if they could put that on the undercard of Tank and Martin. Again,
Man, they should put a
During the co-main
Amber
event to
alert out for
Canelo
that, man.
Munguia.
Oh, Canelo Munguia, sorry. Because that Tank one, they already got it set up. That's gonna be that's Boo Boo Morel. That's the rematch.
Benavidez.
De Los Santos and then Benavidez. So yeah. So for Munguia, Canelo Dream, they talking about the co-main event, Boots versus Cody Crowley. Now we know we
Listen,
joke.
man. They should. You ever heard of the Amber Alert? That's the shit when the kids get kidnapped and something wrong. You have something happens to the kids. He gonna treat them like a kid, man. That shit. I don't care. I don't care for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Boots.
Neither do
Unfortunately,
I.
he needs to get it. Somebody got to give him a shot, man. He got to come out and curse somebody out. He got to disrespect somebody or something because that's it,
But
man.
who's
These
at
fights
welterweight
ain't
to
doing
really
nothing
give
for him.
Boots a shot?
Let me
Somebody
ask you
gotta
this
do it.
though.
It's
Somebody
clear
gotta
at
do it.
welterweight nowadays.
Look. I don't know why Crawford is so bent on going to 54. I'm telling y'all right now. That's not a good way. Tim Zoo's not a good fight for him. That's a big boy. Terence Crawford's not a 150. Oh, I have trouble making weight. Bullshit. That nigga's skinny, man. Stay your ass at 47 and make the fight everybody wants to see. That's a big fight. You know, who the fuck wants to see him fight Zoo? I'll watch it. It's a good fight. But American fighters, the fans don't know Zoo. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna know Boots more because he's black. He's from the hood. He's from Philly. You gonna have Philly behind him. You know, you seen the kind of numbers Spence and Crawford did, 2 African American fighters, undefeated, right? They could do the same thing. You know, I'm telling you right now, you want to go up there and play with them big boys, then let him do that shit. But I think he should be the one to give. Before I said no, because I thought Crawford had bigger fish to fry, but there's nobody there now. There's nobody there no more. Who? So what? He gonna go? All right, let him go up. Let him go up to 160. He say he wants to fight Eubank or whatever. That's a bum. But at 54, I'm telling y'all right now, if Zoo wins and he wins the way he's been winning, that's not a good fight for Terrence Crawford, man. I'm telling y'all right now, he going mess. He could win, and he could win by knockout. He's got the surprising. He got the element of surprise. He lures you to sleep, and then bang. But he gonna be getting his ass whooped until that happens in that fight.
Yeah,
That's
Terrence
not a
can
good
end,
fight for
Terrence
Terrence
can
Crawford.
end any fight
At
at any
any
given
time.
moment with his
That's
mental
the thing. But
poise.
before he ends the fights, he loses a lot of rounds. And against a
Mhm.
big dude like Zoo, that's what's gonna happen too. And if he hits him with something, then he can't put him out, then he's in trouble.
I don't think Zoo got enough feet for Terrence
Yeah,
Crawford.
I think that's I mean, it's an interesting
It's a good
matchup.
fight though. I want to see
I
that.
think
The point is that
Zoo
that's
definitely.
who should give Boots the
So
chance. 'Cause
when
he already got a belt taken from him, right? And they gave it to him. He should say, "Yo, come on now, I'm gonna get that back. That's my shit."
So I think the biggest thing when we talk about Crawford Boots, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I think at this point, right, Crawford is like, look, man, nothing against Boots. You are a beast, but right now, let's be honest. Who Boots' best win right now?
No.
Right?
All
If
right.
His last
Crawford,
win.
if Crawford and Boots was to fight, let's say they was to fight in August. I don't think the buildup is gonna be as big as people think. It's
Yeah, but
not
let's talk
because it's
business.
like we.
It's a boxing fight.
It's still
for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
but let's
Like you
wait,
say,
wait.
Dream.
Let's
Like you
talk.
say, it's gonna be for the purists because also, I think Boots is a beast, and I said it. I call him an apex predator, and that list is coming out soon. The point is this: Crawford, I think right now with his win against Spence and in the fashion he did, right, has put him up there.
Yeah, but
I
hold
even
on.
have him as my
Let's talk.
number one
You
fighter.
talk. You talking about business, right? Let's talk about business. What kind of business here in America? In America, we know Crawford's not a big money draw. He never has been. What kind of draw? What kind of event is him versus Zoo in America? So you telling me he's gonna get way much more money to fight Zoo than to fight than what Al Heyman is gonna give him to fight Boots? It's gonna be about the same.
Heyman has Boots on the shelf though.
Well, we don't even know.
Zeus got a whole
Zeus
continent.
getting a whole pay-per-view right
Boots,
now.
Boots don't even
Because
have a home.
that's
Let's
by
call it
Zoo.
like it
No,
is.
listen,
Yeah.
Boots-
But he
Boots-
out Heyman. He out Heyman. I don't want to hear that.
For us hardcore fans, that's the fight. But I mean, it's neither fight does any numbers.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly. So it don't make no
Crawford
difference.
just doesn't do
It don't-
numbers.
it don't
and
make no
that
difference.
Spence fight was the one of a kind.
But Zoo,
It don't make no
right
difference.
now, Zoo is the
getting
more
the market.
accomplished.
Yeah, Zoo's getting the market now.
He's the more accomplished fighter, right? And right now,
Not
if
really.
you're gonna tell
Not
me,
really.
right?
Not really. No, he's not.
Yeah.
They both champions.
Yeah. But listen, based on who they've beaten, right, and they division, and Zoo.
Well, who's
Zoo
Zoo? Who's Zoo
lined
beat?
up to
Who's
fight
Zoo beat?
Charlo.
Who he beat? Mendoza?
He destroyed them. Everybody.
No, I
listen,
like
He
Zoo.
beat. He beat Harrison, who beat
Yeah.
Charlo. Harrison, who beat Charlo, he destroyed them, right? He said, "Yo, go train Baumgartner."
Yeah, but he
That's
was
what
old
told him
already.
to do.
He was old already.
Yeah, but listen, he's
I-
for everybody.
Aside from this
He
last
didn't,
win
he
that Boots
didn't
has,
duck nobody,
Villa,
and he was signed to fight Charlo. Charlo
And
pulled
nobody
out
knows Villa
with the
neither.
hand injury.
That's
That's not on
yeah,
him.
but he didn't fight him, and he didn't fight him, so he didn't get that recognition. So
And you're gonna tell me if Crawford has the opportunity to go to 3 divisions, right? Go to be a 4-division champ, because he won the belt at 135. He beat
This is four, he's going for
the
4.
dude in Scotland. Yo, bro, that's come on. I'm gonna take that.
yeah, but that's no
Right?
money.
Me personally-
There's no money in that either.
Yeah, but listen.
Nah,
I just
Money
think
Ray says T-Bud's gonna sell. Now T-Bud can't sell, bro. That's why he's trying to get that Canelo fight so bad, because that's where the money's at for him.
Look,
He's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid no matter who he fights.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna get paid that Errol Spence fight money and
No,
the
but-
paper, and even that pay-per-view didn't crack a mill. You telling me the 2 best American fighters in their division undefeated.
The two best fighters
Go
of
for
the era, of
undisputed,
this
that shit
era
did
right
like
now.
600 buys, 700 buys. Like, it's horrible. The marketing behind it was whack. You know what I'm saying? The promotion behind it was whack. Us hardcore diehard fans are the only ones that were really in there. You know what I'm saying? The gate might have did well, right? The gates always are doing good for big fights like that. But when it comes to this pay-per-view shit with all the streaming, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't selling shit. And to Bud Boots doesn't sell shit. They get some good money though for the fight, and we love it as hardcore fans. Bud Zoo does better business because Zoo has a country behind him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now he's starting to crack the American market.
Yeah.
Correct. And
That's
that's what
true.
they doing. They trying to get him in this.
But neither fight is blockbuster. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying?
no,
Like,
I know. Look.
but,
All right.
but it's good business.
Yeah, we'll see what
And
happens.
that's right. That's
we'll
true.
see.
That's
But
true.
there's another fight that was announced
El Trail, what it do?
today. Subriel Matias officially will be making
Cuando
his
llegará
debut in Puerto
El día de
Rico
mi suerte,
June
te lo
15th
juro por mi
against the
gente.
Australian undefeated Liam Paro.
Puerto
which
Rico.
will be in Puerto
Yo,
Rico.
Aussie's got a lot of Liam.
We on the way.
Yeah, a lot of
Liams out
That's the
there.
name out there.
That's the name, the Liam. So we know,
Aussie has a lot of fight fans.
yeah,
It's-
we
it's-
know one thing about
fight country.
Subriel Matias, right? He's a fighter that is deemed the most dangerous fighter at 140. Not the best, the most dangerous, and deservedly so.
one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing.
Correct. He of his 21 wins, they all come via NyQuil.
With one
And-
body.
And,
With
and
a
one
body,
body,
like
literally.
literally.
That's scary.
And if
And-
he catches another NyQuil,
Which
you
he
gotta
is.
add him to the Area 51 section.
He'll be looking.
Nah, he
at
already
property
there.
for sure.
Say
He's
it again?
he's looking. He's looking
already
for
there.
property
He
at
already there.
Area 51.
Bro, the guy
Look.
is straightforward.
Yeah.
Give me what you got, now
Uh-huh.
whole list. Straightforward. Give me what you got, now whole list. And the last two, quit on the stool. You know what I'm saying? Like
The
there's-
last couple of them.
no, he
Eight,
putting
eight.
ninjas out.
Eight
The last
fighters.
two though, back to back, the title win and the first defense after 5 rounds, after 6 rounds, then just did the Roberto Duran. No mas.
Eight
Yeah,
fighters.
I think
quit.
Ergashev is coming. He's fighting this week. He's coming
was
Yeah.
back.
undefeated coming into that
That
fight. as
was
well.
the one day his
That's
last
true.
fighter he beat. So let's see how he looked. You know, but it's good. Look, man, Subriel, what's the promoter?
Matchroom boxing, Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn. So
baby.
Eddie Hearn's doing it
The
right.
zone
Look,
boxing, baby.
Subriel, because it's even with Subriel being why he is right now, he still doesn't have that following like
Yeah, the
all the
star
Puerto
power.
Ricans have. Because he still needs that definitive win, defining win, excuse me, not definitive, defining win, which we want to know who is going to be. It has to be a Tio. It has to be a Haney. It has to be somebody, a name.
There
because
has to be a
then
unification
that's
matchup.
when people gonna say, "Oh no, this guy is for real, for real." If he could beat that fighter, because me, I've mentioned it many times. I'll pick Haney and Tio off the bat to beat Matias based on styles. Not saying he can't beat them, but if I'm putting money, my money's on Haney or Tio if they fight Subriel. But regardless, Subriel is must-see TV. He comes to bring it. I expect him to put on a show
El Trail
in
says
Puerto
son be
Rico.
clucking Bella ninjas.
And it's crazy. Hopefully, after he beats Paro, he could get a unification match.
Let's just remember that at the zone, Matchroom and Golden Boy, the 140-pound division is stacked. You know, Jose Ramirez, Arnold Barbosa, they fighting over there on Golden Boy at the zone.
Yeah.
Now, Matchroom Boxing, we just added Dalton Smith. They got Devin Haney over there. So there's work for Subriel after this victory. If he's victorious, we would love a unification, of course. But let's see what Haney does, because, you know, Haney's they be like, yeah, let's do it, and then they end up doing what they want to do.
Yeah,
You
we
what I'm
know.
saying?
We know the Haney's. Don't get me don't
Subriel
get
told
dreams
us-
started neither.
Subriel told us loud and clear, I'll fight either one. I'll fight anybody on the moon if I have to. But let's get these fights going. And the Teofimo beef continues to brew also. His father was on Punch Drunk Boxing the other day screaming, get your shit together, let's do it. Why
Blah,
you don't want
blah,
to take
blah,
my
blah.
sons off Alpha, yo. You know what I'm saying? But that is what that is. There's another card this weekend. Just a shout out real quick. Gilberto Ramirez is on the Zone Golden Boy Boxing down in the YouTube Theater in Inglewood, California. He's going for his second division title. He's going up against forgot the dude's name, but
he's fighting this dude, your mailman. That he comes bring you your mail.
The mailman is the champ, though. The mailman is the champ. Zuldo Ramirez is the challenger. On that card also is the return of Alexis Rocha, who's been working. He's not your favorite fighter, but he's an active fighter, and he's down to fight whoever, whenever.
Yeah, Santillon.
You know what I'm saying?
Fried his ass.
I want to give a shout out to Golden Boy Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy Promotions, they the hottest in 2024 right now. They are cooking. Golden Boy was out the mix for a minute, and he's bouncing right back. This weekend, he has Zuldo in a championship fight going for a second division. He has Yokasta, who Oscar and Golden Boy have no problem sending them over to the next network on Top Rank, on Golden Boy, on Matchroom, on the PBC, wherever. If we could get the fight done, we're going to send our fighter over.
We know
there.
Oscar. Oscar's like that, though.
Yokasta's going for undisputed.
He puts his fighters in there.
Zuldo is going for a second division WBA Cruiserweight Championship. He has arguably, the biggest fight of the first half of the year right now with Munguia and Canelo. He's got Ryan and Haney coming up. Like, dog, they just announced a doubleheader also between Jose Ramirez and Virgil Ortiz.
And I want to get there.
Coming to Fresno.
Yeah,
We're going to stop right there. We're going to stop the Golden Boy tour right there. Let's go.
Hey, listen.
They working.
Well, let's, all right, look. Let's not.
The main event is good. The main event is good. Jose and Rance Bartholomew.
You know, in school, 65 is just passing. This shit is just passing, bro. Let's not.
A 70.
No, 65. Because Ramirez, even though we know that the dude, he could fight, he's skilled. Don't get me wrong. Nothing against Ramirez as a fighter. But when was the last time he was in the dance floor?
Jose Ramirez is a former unified champion.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, when was the last time he was on the dance floor?
He put in a lot of work.
But you're not answering the question. I don't want to about when he was on the dance floor.
Bro, he's out of a contract and in a new contract.
So that's what I'm saying. Remember,
he was in another war with Richard Kami last year.
All right.
His last fight was another banger. Him and Richard Kami was throwing down. He throws down with whoever he gets down with.
Bartholomew got stopped by the brother, Antoine.
That's it.
Right? He got stopped.
He's a former champion in his rightful joint, right? What is it? He got two divisions. I think Bartholomew has two divisions.
This is a car, right? Like Dream was saying, yeah, you home, you call your uncle from Puerto Rico and just watching it. You don't really pay attention to that because it's not.
It's Jose Ramirez Golden Boy debut.
So
he was supposed to be fighting Teofimo Lopez. He was supposed to be in the dance.
On the low.
I'm gonna watch.
No.
I'm gonna watch.
Jose. I like Jose because Jose is about that.
No, he is. That's
his only loss is to Josh Taylor in an undisputed matchup in which Josh Taylor did him dirty, bro, with that second knockdown. That uppercut was dirty, man.
It was dirty.
Break, and he threw the uppercut.
Yeah.
And Ramirez
great
wasn't
point.
the same.
That's a great statement, X. That's completely correct.
Jose's bout it, fool.
No, he is. No. And you heard me. I didn't say nothing against him as a fighter.
But the last time he was in the dance.
When he was the last time on the dance floor, I don't even recall.
Josh Taylor.
So, I think the last time he danced was on a set of Steve Urkel. Remember what had dances and all that? The proms.
Mira quien baila.
Family Matters.
He was with my man Calderon. Mira. Remember that Spanish dance with the stuff.
Body el más que sabe, la que hay.
And I also want to get to
the undercard. That's bad, right? That's bad.
Listen, first of all, I think we're all fans of Virgil Ortiz, right? Because he's one of them fighters that are also must-see TV. All his knockouts come via NyQuil. All his knockouts.
But
they got him fighting Thomas, who hasn't won the fight Delorme, and not God knows how long went.
When's the last time that ninja was dancing, bro?
He's never, bro. I think the last time Delorme was on the dance floor,
Boots
shit,
was knocking his ass out.
Boots was still in junior high school.
And Dulorme also a part of our top 10 pound for pound gatekeepers
Oh no,
list.
he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. So he's definitely gonna be
After this
gatekeeper
knockout.
Hall of. After this cooking, it's crazy. Look,
Yeah, Paul, you hear him, right?
no, look, my
He
whole
fought
thing is this. When it comes
2022.
to this, Ortiz, I regardless even if Golden Boy still feel like we don't really know. Come on, there's something better than Delorme, man. Because again, just like what Keyshawn did with Pedraza, that they went to the cemetery and they took him out his casket and they say, "Yo, you gonna fight?"
Delorme been
you know,
around
they
for
say
a
they
while,
buried him
I think
6 feet.
Delorme.
Isn't that better
Delorme's
than-
like 12 feet.
But isn't
So-
that better than what they doing with Boots though? It's hard to get Boots an opponent, right?
Yeah, but at least
Who would Virgil? Who would you think would?
at least Boots is fighting an undefeated fighter.
Cody
No,
Crowley.
but-
Cody
yeah, but
Crowley's,
Boots-
I think he might be even top 10
But-
in the welterweight
I'm just
division right
asking.
now.
Yeah, but
Jerry, I'm
Boots,
just asking.
Boots,
So
Boots, but
who
Boots
could
ain't coming
Virgil
off a death.
He's at
Off of-
54.
He's at 54 now.
who could Virgil fight that would have been better for him right now?
Virgil
than
called out Tim
Delorme?
Zoo.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
uh,
not
uh,
that Tim
Virgil
Zoo.
called out Tim Zoo.
Virgil Ortiz.
Joe, but Boots
Yeah.
ain't coming off of a life-threatening illness.
All right.
You know, so that's they're not sure about him. So I think that's why we seen this opponent. Because remember, unfortunately, last time he didn't get to show anything because Tony Weeks he stopped the fight after the first
yeah,
punch.
Ruined that shit.
Yeah, he got the bag. Tony got the
So,
bag.
so they still don't know. They're not sure. They're not confident.
Tony for
in-
10,000 on
in-
the first round knockout.
Yeah, they're not confident in what Virgil could do. Can he take a punch? They're not
Facts
confident
out,
in his
Tony.
health. I think that's what it is.
All right. So you're saying that due to
It's
you
been
know his
48 months
illness,
since Thomas Dulorme fought right now.
How
is what
many?
Clarence is saying.
What?
48 months.
July
48
2020.
months.
This
Damn.
is gonna be bad.
My daughter wasn't born.
Oh,
But-
no, excuse me. Virgil Ortiz, Mr. Me, and my team need 48 months to prepare for Boots. That's what Clarence is saying.
I was gonna say, but Delorme might have been that long.
Dulorme
No,
been there 2 years, though.
Delorme fought July 2022.
July. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be
It's
2 years.
almost 2 years. This July would be 2 years.
And he lost that fight, right?
yeah, to Boots. He got knocked out in like the
Oh
second
yeah,
round.
Bendito. Yeah, that was.
They could have picked up Banana Rosario for him or some shit. You know
Yeah,
what
I'd
I'm
rather
saying?
get
Like,
banana. Yo, come out. Yo, stop. Yo, get that hookah. Get out the club smoking
no
the
Diddy,
hookah.
no Diddy.
Nah, he won. He fought some dude named Abraham Peralta. He won.
And
that.
he won?
Yeah, he won.
Where that fight was at, man? It's just Santo Domingo.
Nah,
huh?
he fought a dude he fought the Coco
Nah, he fought him
Chetti dude.
on. Nah, they fought on Instagram Live.
Oh man.
No, listen. But nevertheless,
Yeah.
Golden
But
Boys,
yo,
they working this week. You got tonight when we get home. I'm gonna go watch the Pro Box fight. Pro Box has a good card on tonight. Joseph Adorno, Nicholas Walters. Pro Box has become a good network for where either you gonna come up or you bounce back at. There
It's
we go.
over.
We got the fight on right there.
I could tell y'all what happened right now. It's over. Adorno got to
It's
hang
over.
him up.
Yeah. Who
Adorno got to
lost?
hang him up. He lost.
Adorno lost. Yeah.
You got to hang him up. You got to hang him up. Four corners, the transmission went out. I'm gonna hold it down for y'all. But yeah, man, Adorno, a guy, he just can't pull the trigger, man. I was watching the fight while I've been on the show. You know, he can't let his hands go. He has the fast twitch muscles. I think he has the talent, but he just doesn't pull the trigger. Never has, never will. Too late now. You talking about fighters that aren't active. I don't know when was the last time Nicholas Walters, they went in and got him from the cemetery and he won. So it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Adorno got to hang him up, man. You know, it is what it is. He just can't get over the hump. Not even over the hump. He can't.
Okay, we back. There we
Yeah,
go.
y'all back.
There we go.
We good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
He said we back.
Yeah, we
You
good.
good.
All right, all right. We
I
back
just
in the
broke,
building.
I just
We
broke the
back
fight.
on the
I broke the
map.
fight that I was away.
Nicholas Walters climbs out of retirement and stops Joseph Adorno. And then you
No,
got
I'm a decision.
decision? Okay.
Unanimous.
Yeah, Adorno's gonna be on Pro Box a few more times though.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Pro Box.
No,
Pro Box is-
gatekeeper.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the official.
Team
Yeah.
gatekeeper.
You might see him and my man Cano.
This is it. We
Well,
about to wrap
for
it up.
Adorno, I think Uber rides are paying a little more now.
Yo, listen, dudes are eating no food, but man. Yo, I'm just saying. Now,
Yo.
Adorno is tough, man. He is why he is, man. You know, he reminds me of that dude on the block that he's not soft. He could fight, but he just can't beat nobody.
He rocked Jermaine Ortiz a few times. He got it shaking with Elvis Rodriguez.
Listen, he got beat up by Elvis Rodriguez.
What's the other
He
Dominican
lost to the
that
other
washed him
Dominican.
too?
Yo, listen.
And now the Dominicans, the Jamaicans,
You got
everybody
beat.
is coming
Listen,
up
he
on
lost to the
Adorno's.
Dominican. He lost to the Dominican. He lost to the Jamaican, and he lost to the Caribbean.
Yo, Paul, right?
That's
As
it.
soon as X said no Diddy, we had technical difficulties.
Yeah, yo,
man.
stop talking
Yo,
like that.
yo, X, no more. I told you about that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, you see
bro.
me out here working. I'm out here working.
Well,
know
listen,
what I mean?
man. Look,
I'm here
man.
working.
That's
We got a busy schedule this
Yeah.
weekend, y'all.
That's
but
it, man.
Tonight, it started
question-
tonight.
Also, don't forget overtime boxing
Friday night as well.
Elijah Pierce Friday.
Yes.
Overtime boxing. For those that haven't watched it and want to know what it is, listen. They give.
What he saying?
Clarence.
They give.
Serious question, fellas. Will we ever see Four Corners Boxing put on a show?
Type of show.
What kind of show you talking about, Clarence?
A fight?
A fight night?
Yeah.
Pause.
But for overtime boxing, for those that don't know, they have incentives, right? Knockout incentives.
Oh.
So if you win by knockout, you get a bonus.
Extra papers.
And at the end of the fight, if the fight is rule of draw, you go into overtime. You go
Yes.
into an extra round. Hence
To
why they
determine
call
the
it
win.
overtime boxing. And the atmosphere is good. And it's a pro box kind of. It's not fighters with promotional. It's just kind of free agent fighters they
Get
put
your weight
together.
up. Yeah,
and
get
that's
your
great.
game up.
You understand? So I like that idea. And not only that,
Fights. Clarence says fights.
we need platforms for these fighters.
Let's
to
see,
go
Clarence.
on.
Anything is possible, man. Anything is possible.
Yeah,
Overtime
man.
boxing got Giovanni Marquez. Shout out to the Marquez family. Giovanni Marquez is on the card.
Oh.
Big Mac, Mac Truck
The Mac
from
Truck.
ATL is
Pause,
up in
overtime,
there.
Overtime.
Say it again.
Overtime boxing.
About 8 o'clock. Check is
It's
on
on
the
the
zone.
zone.
It's on his own, Paul.
And they just signed Akin Barak for their commentators.
Yeah,
Shout
bro.
out to the
Shout
big
it up.
homies, Akin Barak. They putting in work, man. They come up a long way. And a big inspiration to me as well, man, because they
Yeah,
started just like us. They got it, they started on their platform. Next thing you know, 50 gave them a slot time on
Yeah.
thisis50.com. Next thing you know,
On
the
the
Zone
Zone.
got them. Now they getting picked up to do commentary.
Also for OT.
They still on the Zone, but they
Yeah,
now on
overtime.
overtime
That's it,
boxing.
bro. Yeah,
So
yeah. Shout to them.
They putting in work, and work leads you to a road to success as long as you
Love
what? You
from
don't
Four
Yeah,
quit.
Corners.
yeah, it's always love. In fact, we definitely gonna. I spoken to Ak. We will get him on soon for sure, and he could speak on that, and and other things.
Yeah.
But listen, man, I think
but the
we
The
pretty
question I
much.
have, though, man, what y'all think again? What is PBC doing, man? It's about to be.
Oh
it's
man,
about to-
damn.
it's about
That's
to
a whole show.
They
Yeah.
doing Prime this
No,
Saturday.
listen.
Oh,
Dream
yeah.
this
Yo,
Saturday.
I'm gonna tell
Prime,
you,
baby.
Dream. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I think we had
Boy.
this conversation. We know, unfortunately, it's weird, right? Because it's like a double-edged sword. You have they have the biggest, like you said, roster,
Stable of fighters.
the stable of fighters,
Known
the most
names.
famous,
All
the most known,
divisions.
hands down. But they
They got the two
always
faces
getting.
of boxing.
The thing is,
Mello and Tank.
yeah, you're right. But what ends up happening to them? They get evicted. Everywhere they at.
Or niggas just move out.
They get because there's not enough food
He
for
need to start
everybody.
leasing out the fighters or something. He needs a
correct. And this is but-
promotion.
Yes.
Something
Absolutely.
sub,
Absolutely.
Where he can have these fighters, you know what I'm saying? He can have these fighters that's waiting, getting their work.
That's a great
point.
point.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So it's like you still got your faces up here.
Yes.
It's still PBC.
Yes.
But let these fighters work down
has-
here.
he
Like,
had
you know what I'm
it
saying?
perfect.
And
He
had it
earn the
perfect.
opportunity to move up.
He had
You know what I'm saying?
Showtime and Fox. That the two
Nah,
distributors
had,
all these
man.
fighters. He had it.
Yeah,
No, this is what I'm saying.
them.
He had it. But guess what? One thing I'm gonna say is, if they continue to do these type of cards, yes, this Saturday is not the most magnificent card.
It's
but
a good
4
card.
championship fights with some good
No, it's good.
premiums.
We said it.
And
It's
they're saying that the Tank card is looking like Benavidez on the undercard.
looks
with-
loaded.
with, you know what I'm saying? With,
Rayo with De Los
Santos
Santos.
Part 2, and they quote
Wait. Benavidez on the undercard of Tank.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hold
That's
on.
the co-main event.
Because he's making his debut at 175
Yeah, but nah.
against Gajvic.
And it's good. And it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing because he just did 2 pay-per-views last year, and them shits did a bunch of Nathans, bro. You know what I'm saying? Them shits went floppy flop, bro. Especially the
PBC's
boo-boo
trying to
one.
do. They trying to stack them. They trying to have them
Stack
co-mains
them
at the top.
cards.
Co-main,
They gotta
co-main.
do it. They gotta do it.
UFC does a
That's still gonna
pay-per-view.
leave these other
UFC does a
fighters,
pay-per-view just
like
about every
Elijah and them
month.
is still gonna leave them. You see what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, like
Put Elijah on every fucking
these
card.
belts.
You
Stop
know
worrying
what I'm
about a
saying?
champion fighting all the time. You know what I mean? If you're gonna have a co-main, the co-mains could be the championship fights. But put these guys like Elijah in them.
Yeah.
Like get them all for the prelims.
Take
and
that
put
Dana
and put
White
them on the main
prescription,
stage,
bro.
bro.
Take
But
that
also,
Dana White
we're
prescription.
we're
He puts
also
on stacked
forgetting
cards.
another fighter, Gary Antoine Russell.
Oh, word.
He undefeated, all wins via knockout.
Yeah, but he's not that good. He's not that good.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not
that
about
kid is
being
good.
good. It's a fight. He's a must-see TV. He come to bring it. Why is it that he's
Thanks,
young,
Lord.
wasting his prime on the shelf when he should be fighting?
The Canelo card.
and there's a
the
lot of
Canelo
fighters
card
at
needs a
140.
lineup. Like, the Canelo
better
card needs
be
a
on
lineup. Get him in there.
Like,
Shoot him
listen.
out to Vegas and put him on that Canelo
If-
card against Munguia. You know
if
what
they
I'm
don't
saying? 'Cause
do-
you know,
Yeah, but they got a logistics problem. They got a logistics money problem. If they don't do like one set, if they don't do it like Uno was talking about, then it's going to they gotta lease these fighters out. They gotta
Them out, bro.
they gotta do
that's-
something.
I'm with that all day.
Yeah, you have
I'm with
to.
that, but that's not Al's way.
Al just
Yeah,
doesn't
and that's
do
the
it.
problem.
so
And
stack-
he has
so
to
stack
create,
these cards.
He has to create that sub-division then.
Yeah.
If you're
Yo,
not going to lease
think
your
about
fighters
this.
out, then you
Think
have to
about this.
create a fucking platform.
We about-
for these-
Correct.
you know what I'm
we
saying?
about to
You gotta
come on-
recreate
it's the
showbox.
fourth-
You got to recreate.
Not
fourth month.
every not every Amazon card is gonna be pay-per-view. Most of them will be. They said they're gonna Steven Espinosa's over there doing the consulting for them. He said we're gonna get a lineup of some regular Prime shows that are coming up. So listen, 6 fights, 7 fights, and top fights, my ninja, contending fights with all your young guns. Because
That's
they got
what
a
I'm
lot
saying.
of Mexicans over
Because
there.
Al got a lot of
young
pride.
guns,
If he
man.
created a sub promotional division, let one of your other heads run the shit. If you don't want to do business personally with these, let somebody else run
He
the
ha-
shit.
Okay,
And
Al's
have these
tough,
other
man.
fighters.
Yeah, but you see,
like, this is
but
corny at this
let's
point.
be.
Look,
It is
and look,
because
Yo, it's about to be the 4th month for the year, and they still don't have one card yet, man. This is the first one.
As you can see, they not panicking neither though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
but-
something
Because
to
they
say.
Wait,
about to hit.
wait,
They
but-
about to hit hard with the two faces of boxing back to back.
it's
Nah,
not
man,
that they
it's not that.
panicking. What I'm saying
Pat,
is
all
everything-
those fighters they got, they should panic because their career is wasting away. They should panic.
Yeah,
They-
but a lot of them. You know what they say? Nah, I'm staying faithful to Uncle Al. I'm
No, 'cause
good.
they-
I'm
I know
right
they-
here.
oh,
you
and you
wasting
sit-
time.
Yeah, you are. But that's on them. That's on them. For a prime example was when I spoke with Kid Austin's father, and he was they got criticized at the time for signing with Golden Boy, right? But guess what? Kid Austin's on his 2nd fight this year already.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And though
No,
that,
yo,
that
come
fight
on, man.
recently,
That's-
a few weeks ago,
that's like-
wasn't it, right? He's still getting paid, bro.
Yeah,
that's like-
He can't get himself a championship
He'll be
fight, but
coming
he's
back
getting
again.
paid. He's
Nah,
staying
bro,
active.
Nah, that's like you
You
being
know
with
what
a
I'm saying?
shorty.
He said if we would have signed with PBC, because everybody expected him to go with the black man, right? Yo, why
Yeah.
you doing with this guy when you supposed to be over there with the black man? And he's like, it's not about that, bro.
Yeah.
Money has no fucking color of black or white. My ninja is fucking green and blue. and we got to get paid. If we go to PBC, we give our rights to Heyman, who tells us when and where we do our thing. Michael Zarafa, who's about to fight Lara this week, when he signed for that Lara fight, Heyman said, step aside, we're going to do this deal with Danny Garcia, and you get the winner. In that contract, Zarafa put this out there himself. In that contract, he cannot go fight anywhere until he fights that fight. Until he gets the winner of quote-unquote Danny and Lara that hasn't happened for the past 2 years.
Yo, that's crazy, man.
But anyway,
He R. Kelly in them over there, man. He R. Kelly in them over there, man. He Diddy in them over there.
Dream, because we about to wrap it up, man. Your closing thoughts.
I just told y'all, man. Hey, man, he R. Kelly in them over there, man. he did.
Listen, I'm not gonna. I can't disagree with you, man. PBC definitely needs to step it up because everywhere they've gone, like I said, they've been evicted and they constantly looking for a new home, and that's not a coincidence, man. That's bad business. They sucking these networks dry to the point where they giving up on boxing. So, listen. We'll see what happens, man. Anyway, X, take us out, man.
Thanks for having me on,
man.
man.
What it is and who it is.
Yeah, always Dream.
Yo, Dream, good looking.
Dream, appreciate you.
You already know.
Y'all know what it is and who it is. Y'all know what we doing and where we at. Every Wednesday night is 15 rounds of boxing presented by Four Corners Boxing. Shout out to the heavyweight champion of the world, Big Mo, who couldn't join us. He's celebrating his birthday. He's taking flight, and he'll be back on fight night. You know what we do. Shout out to the Maniac. You know. 40 Central behind the lens. Justin James getting busy.
40.
Shout out to the Dream and the Boxing Roundtable for joining us. Shout out to everybody on the chat today. Money Ray says Christian Billy is in the building. David Benavidez better fight him.
Come on, Ray. Ray be doing too much, man.
Shout out to Clarence. Shout out to Buzz. Shout out
to
my
guy.
The dugout, man. Shout out to everybody that rocking with us, man. Shout out to
the Boxing Source.
The Boxing
Clarence,
Source.
No Duck Zone.
Go ahead, hit us up, man. I los Bori and Make Sabe. Hell Trail. Everybody that joined us, continue to support us. We appreciate y'all. Y'all know that we got a big month of April coming up with bunches of fights. April 20th, the tickets is on deck. Holla if you need some. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Barclays Center.
We gonna be in the building here. X up, man. Because Four Corners gonna be in there heavy. April 20th.
And get your merch for the fight. You heard?
Yeah, get right, man. We got the flyers.
You see the snapbacks in the front there. You know what I'm saying? What else?
That's it, man. That's a wrap.
Next
week, we'll see you.